Dukes of We've done.
Kagurabachi!
Episode 46.
46. The Kagurabachi podcast without a Kagurabachi.
Or anything else, because Shonen was...
breaking my heart.
Yes. Very much.
Forgot to open the serif at the end.
Yes, he beasted that. Well...
Yeah, kinda. Because I was on chapter 5 last week.
Well, 7 chapters of a monthly manga is...
Yeah.
I mean, that's... Do some rough math here. That's 350 pages.
It felt like 4. I mean, I was crushing it.
4 pages?
Yeah, I was like crushing it. I mean, it's a lot of talking. It's still a lot of dialogue and shit, but I'm just kind of enjoying it. Didn't have anything else to read, so. Because I read so much this week, because especially since I edited the podcast last week, I could hear what I was talking about. I was still 4 chapters back in Chojin X. I'm now caught up to Chojin X, caught up to Gachi Akuta, read this much serif, and 1 chapter of 20th Century Boys. Uno chaptero.
And I still got you beat.
Oh no.
But for all the wrong reasons.
Oh yeah, because rereading.
I reread 106 chapters of Solo Leveling.
Tower of God cries.
It does, yes, because I'm probably like 30 chapters behind in Tower of God now.
Really, just that much?
Well, I know.
I feel like it should be more.
It should be probably, but they the author went on another hiatus at one point. I saw.
So I haven't even opened this webtoon app in fucking ages.
Neither have I. Thankfully, it's free.
Yeah.
Because, oh god, I'm so lost. This app is so confusing now to me. It's been so long. You'd think the ones I've read would be...
I even think the app remembers the ones I read.
Alright, so I'm in Season 3, Episode 78 is what I have to read. And they have all the way up till... Oh. Oh no. It is way more than 30 chapters. Season 3,
I knew it would be
177. So
yeah.
I am 99 chapters behind. Technically more, because there's Fast Pass for 6 more episodes that
ain't happening.
Oh shit, I see characters here that I really like. Okay, it's time to read again. Oh, that dude's still alive.
I was gonna say, like, the thumbnails for Tower of God, I don't recognize anybody after the point that I stopped.
I forget his name, but this guy with the other badass irregular guy. This one.
Yes, Mizuno.
Oh my god, you just
Ulrich Mizuno.
You are way too good at remembering names.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. For the longest time, I couldn't remember his fucking name until I saw. I think it was a little animation someone made of when Bam and him met, and I saw the Mizuno tattoo across his back, and it all, like you said last week, it's like grabbing the Death Note again.
Oh yes.
It all rushes into my mind.
Yes. But I was enjoying Solo Leveling, so I've stopped. I plan to keep reading, finish it, because I never finished it back in the day. There's like a season 2.
Excuse me, sorry.
Of Solo Leveling, and I read maybe the first 15 chapters of season 2. So I don't even know how many I would be behind in Solo Leveling. But
sorry, I randomly clicked on this one because I had a horse for the picture. And the very first page was like, this may be upsetting to some readers. So I'm just scrolling until...
you find what becomes...
what could be upsetting, and I don't see any.
What is it, Tower of God or something else?
No, it's some random shit I saw. Yeah, I have no clue why that would have been upsetting to someone.
Whatever.
I came on here for Tower of God, though. But doesn't remember I ever read it.
Oh, ouch. It's been that long, huh?
Yeah.
You were pretty cool. I mean, you were...
I finished season 2.
I was going to say, you were catching up to me.
I absolutely finished season 2, and I don't think I even started season 3. I got past that big confrontation at the end of season 2. Don't remember a single name involved other than White was there and the whole good guy crew. And Rachel, because I still have the screenshot of Rachel being like, Dorsey, you goddamn bitch.
Yes, that's it, because Dorsey just left her there to fucking
Loved
fall.
it.
It's like, bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.
And that's when one of the heads of the families picks Rachel up, too, from there, I think.
Yes.
Guys like the floating palace shit.
Yeah, and gives her more power.
Whoa.
She just got power, too, with whatever happened in, like, the arc before, and I'm just like, God damn it.
I'm probably just going to reread this whole confrontation when I go back, actually.
I'm definitely going to go back, because I really like Tower of God. Yeah.
I really like the characters. I grew to resent the power system.
Yeah, the power scale. Oh, we talked about power
scaling
before,
and just general interest. Like, they just seem to always pull out, I got the stronger punch or stronger beam very often.
Yeah. The power system's not very well thought out. But I like the lore, like the mysteries of what's going on.
I like the characters a lot.
The character, yeah, I really like characters. And yeah, it's something I'll return to. Another one I gotta come back to is Unordinary. That's on there, but I was just getting mad at that fucking thing, man.
I'm so angry that the stupid video gamey screen webtoon is getting a goddamn anime.
The one that you specifically told me about that one time?
Yeah, the one I fucking hated. Because it literally had the window that popped up that said he didn't really like that. When he upset somebody.
Gross.
Hate it. Hate it.
Solo Leveling has screens.
I know. Hate that.
Just for him. I know you do.
Oh, even worse. Video game for one guy. My suspension of disbelief cries.
I know that it's like, because it's in the real world. It's a fantasy. It's not an isekai. And it's not...
I think that's what upset me when I started reading it. Is that I saw it was a real world.
Leveling?
Yeah.
What, the other one? The one
Solo Leveling.
Oh. Well, because I know that...
I
know enough that there's a something or someone that put that system in place for... Like, you know what I mean? And that's,
for whoever would get the power someday.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that Jinwoo will end up fighting said person. So, like, there's a reason for that system. I just haven't gotten deep enough in the story to know what that reason is, because that's, like, the big mystery. That's, like, the NDA mystery type deal. But, whatever. I mean, I get it. I'm not going to fault you.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's an irredeemable story because they put windows in there.
No, I totally get it, though. Especially when they have, like, sometimes, like, a lot of these isekais, like, the stupid generic one of the season, you know what I mean?
I need to upgrade my skill, even though I'm not in a video game.
Most of them are just dumb, but a lot of them could have just been like, why is this even an isekai? Why couldn't this just be
They should all be video games.
Fantasy.
They should all be a video game. If you're going to have skills and experience, we still don't have that many that take place in video games. We have more that pretend to have video games in fantasy worlds than we do ones in video games.
Yeah, I can name 3. Excel World, Sword Art Online, and Dot Hack.
Yep. And Log Horizon and Shangri-La Frontier. I can have those two on there too.
That's the new one.
Yep. And it's still less than the ones that just put them in fantasy worlds.
They're everywhere.
Just technically, I could throw Konosuba in that boat. They got guild cards with skills that level up.
Kinda.
But it's a fantasy world.
But Konosuba does it better.
They do it better. And they're just there to have fun, too, which helps. But it still would be on the list.
Agreed.
I just can't do it. It just upsets me. Like, Solo Leveling could have been in a video game world where no one else could level up, and then leveling up would make fucking sense.
Or you could have just
everyone else is in Devil May Cry. You're in a RPG.
Or you could just remove the leveling aspects and just be like, so he's the only one that can grow in power.
Yes.
Because that's the mechanic, is that he's the only one that...
And then just make organic reasons he gets to the conflicts he gets to instead of a window that tells him you need to do these things.
Yeah.
Because he just sets out to find power, stumbles on the plots.
Which is kind of what happens. There's a few times that the video games screens give him like quests to do, and there is.
But usually it's a dungeon opened here. Let me go to the dungeon.
Yes, and then he has like special dungeons he's going into twice.
Just be in a video game, or not.
Or not. Get rid of the menus and then.
This half shit, it really bothers me.
But Solo Leveling anime has been doing really good.
Good.
I was worried about it because I was hearing things that... Because for the Japanese TV version of Solo Leveling, they've changed all the characters' names to Japanese names. So I was worried about that. And I saw that after I watched episode 1. So I'm like...
Full circle now. They're 4 kids in Japanese.
And I was sitting here being like... I don't remember. I feel like they were saying his name right and the people's names right in the first episode. And I was right. So the content version that we consume on Crunchyroll, or if you pirate it over here in the West, you're getting the original names in it. So, and they keep into the story. I mean, only 2 episodes are out right now.
Yeah.
But so far, it's basically 1-to-1, and it's 12 episodes, which makes me sad. I was hoping it'd be more, but it looks like they'll get up to, and I don't know if they'll finish it, but they'll get up to the arc of the job change. So that's when he becomes the necromancer type job thing, allowed to raise the dead and make them his servants. And it's gonna get approved for a second season. There's no way it's not. Soul Leveling's way too popular of a franchise.
It'll be whether or not they do a Promise Neverland from then on. That'll be interesting.
Please no. What the problem is if they do a second season, season 2 would probably need to be a 2-core. They can get away with season 1 being 12 episodes.
Yeah.
But the problem is if they did 25 episodes for season 1, then they'd run into issues, especially if the pacing continues as they're going, because other people have done the math too. They would, if you did 25 episodes, you would reach the Jeju, Jeju. It's a real island, apparently, in the real world, but it's an island. That's the name of that arc. It's like it's like everyone's favorite arc but you'd get to that arc, like start it at episode like 21. So you'd do 21, 22 of build-up, but then you'd have to leave off somewhere in the middle of it.
Yeah, or they'll do filler.
Yeah, so it's like... And there's a lot of... Like, especially with... Something that's like... It's like... You can't skip over content in JJK. You know what I mean? You can't skip over content that happened in Chainsaw Man. You can't skip over content that happened in Solo Leveling. Each arc builds upon the last type deal, you know what I mean? It shows him getting stronger. So if you were to skip something in favor of a later arc, things would get weird. You know what I mean? So I would rather than do the 12 episodes now, it be popular, bring in some money hopefully, so that the season 2 can be a 2-core season. Like what? Well, actually, no, it's JJK season 1. It's 25 episodes too, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if they split it up either.
That's what I would hope for. A 2-core second season so that they can cover that entire arc. Because that arc's fire. But that's my opinions on Solo Leveling. So far, really good anime adaptation-wise. I am happy with it.
Nice. Can't wait for Dorohedoro to come back now.
Yes, I saw that.
The fandom came alive that day.
It did. The memes were everywhere. Even I was seeing them.
So many fan artists came out and be like, "Oh, in celebration, here's the last time I drew Dorohedoro."
That's pretty cool.
I'm so excited. Because this is where the story really gets good, from what I've read at least.
You've read more than what is animated?
Mm-hmm. I'm like 2 or 3 volumes past where the anime stopped. So I'm probably not through with what season 2 will cover, though. So I need to get back on it.
Right. Well.
So they also got some spoilers in the flurry of fan art that came out.
I still have a screenshot.
I know what Cayman looks like now as a human.
See, because I have a screenshot that's just, I love the artwork. Like, the artwork is so detailed on it, and I know it's from Dorohedoro, but I'm afraid that it's a spoiler, so I haven't shown it to you, and I've had it forever.
I 1,000% know what he looks like now.
Yeah.
Like, 1,000,000,000. I know exactly what character he was.
Like, well, this is of a person, like, dying.
Oh,
so I
yeah,
don't want
to.
I don't want to risk that.
Yeah, let's definitely not.
Because it could just be some random character that was just hyper detailed drawn, or it could be someone important to the plot.
Or it could be a flashback too, because I still haven't seen when Cayman had his head changed or anything like that.
Yeah, so
I did look at someone lay out the entire plot of what season 2 might cover, and I'm like, half of that's spoilers.
Gotta love it when that happens, right?
Motherfuckers.
God damn it.
Thankfully, it's the exact character I thought it would be. So it was like a somewhat spoiler. It was more like a confirmation of my suspicions. Excited. Hopefully they have better CGI chops this time around. I mean, I love the show. It didn't get in the way of my enjoying it, but man, it could have looked better still.
Yeah. Is it the same people making it?
I believe so, because what it was, I found out, it was the Attack on Titan team that made it before Mappa got Attack on Titan. So I'm guessing now that they're free, that's when they decided, hey, let's make more Dorohedoro. But I specifically didn't see a studio attached to season 2, so I don't know if it is still Mappa. So I was like scouring the poster for like a studio.
It's just, I'll check Wikipedia and see if this says anything here.
I love you, Cayman.
So Mappa, it just says season 1. It doesn't really say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wikipedia is not updated for it.
Yeah, I didn't even see the season 2 announcement on there.
Season 2 studio.
I don't know if they even confirmed or not. I have to guess Mappa kept the rights, but that's from what we know of the industry, that is just a guess, because it definitely could have changed hands.
Yeah, it could have. Who knows? I'm sure they'll announce something.
Once they have something.
Yeah.
I hope it's still them, because, I mean, I'd rather them try to refine the formula they already had than give it to another studio, and now that studio has to figure out how the hell they're going to animate it.
Exactly.
I would rather it look exactly the same as season 1 than them radically change it. Even with one looking kind of janky.
I'm just checking because comparing notes here. Because that Mappa director that is leaving, I was just making sure it wasn't directed by the same person.
Oh,
it's not.
Smart.
This is Hayashi Yuichiro, and the Mappa guy that's leaving is Nakayama.
I was just reading you, Yuichiro. It's the main character's name in serif at the end.
Oh.
I was hoping to find some, like... The part that upsets me with the CGI is, like, CGI came in, dorky face. But then you go into the manga, and he's so expressive. And, the CGI just kind of wipes that away.
Yeah. I mean, it would be hard to...
Yeah, it would...
2D animate that.
Yeah.
Which is, my concern with Dan.
Yeah. Though, I'm confident with the studio, because the studio seems very artsy.
Yeah.
weird word for it, but yeah.
I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah. I think they'll go the distance for that.
We didn't have much to read.
No, you did, though.
But I did. Because I caught up with Shojo No.
Make sure I read all my Shadow Eliminators. I didn't even check if this week had a chapter. It did, thank God.
Yeah, that's the only one I didn't read.
Did you not?
Yeah, I told you I didn't.
Oh, I thought you were telling me you did.
No. Chapter 4 and 5.
Thank God.
You should thank God or
yeah, thank God.
Why?
That's not good.
No. Shojo No is...
I was gonna... Thank you. That was exactly what I was thinking of going to.
It was a chapter. Things happened, I guess. They killed,
Ememiya, I think his name is.
Yeah, the guy, and then introduced a new squad of detectives, whoever these guys are.
We also saw my favorite page.
Oh?
When you're a cop, you can just do anything.
Yeah, that was at the beginning, right?
Yeah, I think it might have been the chapter before, actually, because this chapter was him being like, the real atrocities committed that there aren't even considered crimes.
And then she just like randomly high fives this random gaijin too. In another place, another time, I'll see you again. It's like, okay.
I also thought it was so silly how they're just like, let me just shove this boulder into your arm. We win.
And then fucking they're out of a home now and they're gonna go to the
underworld.
The underground limbo.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I'll still read it, but
I'll read it for this podcast.
It's losing me for now. We'll see if
I'll read it because everything we talk about can't be great.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll read it for variety's sake. Helps me appreciate good manga more.
Oh boy.
I'm not wrong though.
You're not wrong, no. Why does it tell me I'm on chapter 20? That's weird.
What, Sakamoto?
Yeah, just so I was like, chapter 20. I was like, no, I definitely read more than that.
Slappin'. Speaking of great manga.
For real.
So good. I just kept scrolling and scrolling.
I took a bunch of screenshots.
Same.
Let me see here. Screenshots. Oh, not as many as I thought.
I can't even tell you how many times I want to just send you screenshots. So I'm like, no, he's going to read it. Don't send him screenshots of a manga he's going to read.
I thought Sakamoto was just so chill with these order members. I was like, oh, hey, long time no see.
Yo, what up?
What's up,
What up, Shishiba?
Oh, this is...
Saragi, he looks like a teddy bear.
Yeah, this is a new girl. I don't think you've met her yet.
Yes. Well, we're going to peace out. We have a job to do.
And then Sakamoto
I like how he
stunts on this guy.
I like how when they left, too, they're like, oh, we got a job to do. It wasn't Sakamoto being like, where are you going? No, Sakamoto like, okay, say hi to the rest of order for me.
Yeah, say hi to the game.
Well, I'll just finish this up. But the amount of cold pages, too, though.
That page was fucking...
Now, where's he hiding? And the fucking, this is priority seating, move aside. I can feel this shit, dude.
I love how not only did he take out one of his eyes with a fucking lead pencil tip, and then put a sticker over his other eye.
Also him smashing through a train, running up the train to reboard the other train.
I took a screenshot of that as well. The same way. And then he just walks through the door.
Master will praise me. Boom.
Sakamoto gets knocked.
And he just starts freaking out and throwing old ladies and shit. Look at this cute little lady and just... Oh.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yes.
But Sakamoto gets kicked out of one train into another train that are moving in opposite directions of each other. He runs to the back of that train faster than the trains pass each other, then jumps out and lands in the other train, and then runs back up that train to meet up with this guy. And this dude just looks at him.
And the fear of God.
His soul left that man's body. I loved when they got in that small containment. Like, I thought it was like the bathroom at first, but it was just like the transition path between cars. And
beating this ass
to his face. Oh, it was great. Sakamoto just once again just showing how much.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. How fucking G-tastic he is. Like, no diff to this guy.
Just the fears. Just so good.
This guy had a weird backstory too about how he
loves to murder for justice.
Yeah, and everyone's just like, "Oh my god, you're so weird." Be like, "Why are you saying he's so weird? Why don't you just, arrest him?" But then again, this is a world where there's an entire organization of thousands of assassins. I didn't know there was that much assassination work that needed doing.
There's always assassination work that needs doing.
And it's a guy.
A fucking beast too.
This Mr. X person.
Yeah.
What's his name? They said it. X.
Slur.
And
I thought they were censoring that his name was a slur at first, but then they just kept saying it. So I was like, okay, his name's Slur.
Interested.
Yeah, I was hoping to get the picture of her chopping off the two dudes' heads.
Oh, yes. It's like
They're stepping up on Shishiba.
Fucking Mr. X being, I guess the only person to ever wound him is
Sakamoto.
So that fight's going to be fucking wild. I think that's going to be finally a challenge.
Yes, I've seen all the volume covers for Sakamoto because they're all fucking boss. And of course, his is also fucking sexy.
Because fucking Shin just walks by and he's like, "Oh shit, who is?"
Calls the guy a nutter.
And and just the drawing on this X guy when you first see him, just
so good,
sitting there.
Reminds me of that shot of Karapika sitting there in a room alone too.
Oh yeah, I think this is better though.
Oh yeah. Well, the background's finished, so yeah.
True. And fucking, he's so good.
Oh, and Sniper Dude came in clutch too. His part of the fight
that
with
was
the invisible
dope.
Guy.
Yeah,
that was pretty lit.
His Ricochet, man. I mean, that was a pretty good way to get around it too. The water thing, because that's like that's a pretty well known.
I love that shot.
Yeah, it's cool, but I think the drawing is more menacing on Mr. X.
And again, it really helps to have a finished background and shit.
Unless that background is somewhat finished. I liked the fucking. I'm pretty sure I took a screenshot of it. Let me see. I thought it did. Yes, the next page when Shin.
The anime destroyed it. What? What?
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
What?
When Shin saw this.
Yes. And went right back into that same style they drew Slur with.
Yeah, the sketchiness, the drawing, the sketchiness of it, the rough lines. Is just it just fits so well. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that definitely got me to scroll back.
Its eyes though, it's just it's so good,
so creepy.
It's you can tell sometimes when this looks like it's drawn in with a pencil.
There's his volume cover.
Oh.
Beauty.
Dope. If this was a supernatural anime, I'd say he had ice powers.
Right. I like the person that turned the shot into a volume cover.
Ooh, that's nice. I like the color, and they did that orange. That's dope.
Yeah, I'm ready for more now.
So good. And then the bathhouse scene afterwards was just...
Yes.
It was a good change of pace once everything wrapped up. I was like...
Back to the funnies.
Yes.
The hee-hee-ha-has.
Poor Shin just taking the brunt of all of that. And then Sakamoto's just like, this is awesome. This is amazing.
What a perfect jet.
What perfect temperature. Scald in hot saunas and then
right back into ice.
Freezing cold ice baths and just like, well then. But I mean, if you're an extreme assassin, you need extreme spa treatments, I guess.
I get all those kinks out. He just fought somebody.
Yeah.
So you left off at the bathhouse?
Yes,
that was the only. Was that the only extra plot line after the train? Because there's like another one-off, like, chapter, I'd say.
I read the bathhouse one. That's where I stopped.
You're gonna love the next one.
Cool. I look forward to it.
As you should.
Yeah, so I think we
needs to be. Sorry.
I think we should go forward more with the volume, like a full volume type deal.
It fits like the plot lines well. If they have like a cliffhanger in mind too, it'll actually come into play.
Yeah. When does the volume change though? I feel like I'd be
34
behind.
was the last chapter for the volume we're on. So as long as you bang out those last two, it'll be set in
to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like 5 chapters in, you could get like 5 chapters at a time. You'd get like weird plot layouts.
Yeah. If I did get to finish that fight, I would have finished that fight anyways.
Yeah.
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 I probably also would have.
That's why when I first suggested, I was like, maybe we just go up to 29. I'm reading this fight. I'm like, I'm not stopping.
No, fuck that. So, I mean, we read 7 chapters, right? Because I was on 25.
No, so I know the volume was long because it was, like 25 to 34. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit, but... I also read the Kaiju B side B.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah. It's
really not much
the
to
side
say.
story, yeah. I like Hoshina a lot.
I actually, you know what I did like? The character development kind of Mina.
Yes.
You got to see a lighter side of her because she's always super serious.
And she's actually like smiling.
She's smiling. She's more bright and everything in it. So it's like, oh, cool. Good to see
you
another
just
side
hated Kafka. They gotcha.
She was really upset with him for not being able to pass that test. It's like, not his fault he can't use weapons.
It's not his fault he sucks.
He needed to get bit by a kaiju bug.
Need to eat a kaiju bug.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It totally went into his mouth. I would be so sus about that, though. Like, why is nobody sus about how he got his powers? He must have told them. It's like, oh, yeah, some weird kaiju
I'm in a
bug.
hospital bed. It just kind of flew in my mouth. Reno was there.
Yeah, but he didn't... Yeah, that's right, but he didn't see it, right?
He didn't
the curtain
see
was
it.
destroyed.
He, like, flipped, like, the divider after he had already eaten it.
Yeah.
They don't have time to be sus yet.
Fucking Rito, man.
I know.
In the mainline chapters.
Can't wait for another chapter. Kaiju's been so good lately. No countdown.
Savage.
Woo.
Absolutely.
That's heartbreaking. Does B-side have a countdown? I'll be so sad. I'll be so sad. It does. Boo.
Boo indeed. Oh, booer indeed. That Chainsaw Man is not tomorrow. 8 days.
Yeah, I had a feeling for that one, though.
But we do have a Chainsaw Man, actually, to talk about. We read this last Tuesday, right? Yeah, the 9th.
9th. Yeah, wow.
This chapter was fucking lit.
Did we really not? Oh, yeah, we really did. I forgot.
This is the first actual Chainsaw Man fight we've had in part 2.
Yeah, I mean, well...
Like, the old days Chainsaw Man, like part 1 Chainsaw Man fightage.
Because he was fighting something when he saved Asa on accident.
Yeah, with the car guy.
Yeah,
It's like, oh,
and him fighting the wormy guy with the motorcycle.
yeah, true. But, like, I'm talking more on, like, the brutal side. Like, you know what I mean? The, like, this was intense, man.
This was,
disembowelment. Eating them right in front of everyone.
Slashing himself in half to slash Spear in half.
Oh, I'm literally sitting on that page.
Yeah. and then crawling his way over to start eating him.
Yes, and then what's the other one was like Whip Girl, I think?
Yeah.
She was like freaking out. She was like...
Spit him out!
And then...
He's just bashing her with the chainsaws.
Yeah.
I like how everyone was mentioning it, because there's a huge fan base for Miri still, somehow. Somehow they've lasted through all these recent chapters and are still fans of him. And they were mentioning how, like, he actually did hesitate to go in and help Whip. And not only did he hesitate, but when he walks over, he steps on Whip to get to Denji.
Oh, he does, yeah. Look at that. That's hilarious.
Like how I'm the opposite. The moment I saw Miri get stabbed, I go to Twitter and post, "Thank God, someone had to."
And he's not looking too good, and fucking Denji's over here fucking nutting in his pants.
He was already not looking good when he stabbed, but Denji in that last panel is like moving the chainsaws up and down in his body.
Oh, yeah. Back and forth this way, yeah, cutting him in half.
Disemboweling him.
This is what I wanted Denji to do to these guys, though. But
they do deserve it.
Suspiciously no Bareem in this chapter.
Yeah, Bareem not here.
A lack of Bareem.
Maybe they got Spear out of there. He's so boring. He's so boring. He's the most jacked out of them, but he's so boring.
Yeah, I mean, they're all kind of boring other than Bareem. I don't really care much about any of them.
I was interested in Miri, but he's just a dumbass. Like, I was interested in Miri until he said, "We had to burn your house down, dude. It's to save the world." And then Miri died to me. Like, I liked Miri for one chapter. The chapter where he was like, "You can get babes in the Chainsaw Man church," and Denji flash-stepped his way in front of him. That's about as much as I liked Miri.
True.
And he starts spouting all his anti-America, anti-bullshit, and I was like, oh, this guy. This brainwashed loser. It's also so weird to me that Miri would follow Bareem when Bareem was just like fetishizing Makima. When Miri met Denji, though, one of the first things he said was like, "Thank you for saving me from that." Right. And then he hears the person in the head being like, "Miss Makima, her perfect vision of the world."
Time to leave.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's his own fucking fault. He's getting disemboweled right now.
100%. But you know that's what they want to do, and they want to kill dogs and meowie.
Yeah, it still breaks my heart.
Then they can get fucked.
Big sad.
They can get cut in half by a chainsaw
they had
and
like
then
6
eaten.
fucking dogs too. There's a lot of pets that died.
I do wonder though what would happen if. Well, no, they're weapon hybrids. They're not the actual
devil
themselves. No. So I don't think we would see his work in action.
And where's Reze? Where are you, honey? There's no way you're the only one to not come back.
Imagine if she is.
It really starting to feel like she's gonna be.
The only one that's not
Then
back.
again, if she came back, I bet she would have fucked off far away.
Yeah, I don't think she would be for joining a church that worships her
Her ex-boyfriend.
of one day.
Nor do I think she'd go back to Russia. I feel like she would just blend back into America, if anything, and just try to live a normal life like she wanted to.
I think she would totally try and go see Denji again, though. There's no way. Especially about where she died and how she died. You know what I mean?
And then see Nayuta and be like, the devil.
Kill this bitch. Kill it. Burn it with fire.
And she killed me. No, I didn't.
The complications of who killed who.
No, bro, that's a different control devil.
I'm the new control devil. I'm the well-behaved one that goes to school. That's funny.
Oh, and I finally read that new Black Clover chapter.
Oh, nice.
3 months for 29 pages.
Savage.
Yeah.
Does that mean you have to wait 3 more months for the next chapter?
Mm-hmm. Sure does. 3 or 4.
Was the art style at least good? Like
yes.
The artwork? Was it like...
I'll try to bring up the one picture I really liked, but it's just...
Not looking for you?
Come on! Come on! Come on!
The Shonen app really just hates your phone, huh?
It really does.
Does this happen when you try and read everything, too?
No, usually when I just lock my phone and open it back up, but... It's just... Oh, shit, do you want to do that? It's just not liking me right now.
Savage. I guess the phone just...
I also think I got bad service down here, which might not be helping.
Oh, yeah, true.
I just want to get that one picture. There we go. Luck looks really fucking lit with the anti-magic stuff. Like, god damn, Tabata.
That's pretty dope.
And Ragnar's in this chapter too, and he just kind of looks normal. Like, he just looks like how he always looks. But Luck, man. He's one of my favorite Black Bulls too, so to see him get all that love, I was very happy with that. And I love that they're also relevant in the final fight, because these are 2 fairly weak side characters fighting one of the copies of Lucius right now. And winning.
Is it like shadow clone copy type thing?
Yeah, it's like I made a flesh and blood and bone copy of myself.
That's equally as strong, or like...
Yes, I don't think he's splitting his power, because he's just literally just straight up using blood, bone, and flesh magic to make another of himself.
Is he an egomaniac?
Kinda. He's kinda doing the Madara thing, where it's like, I'm conquering the world for the world's own good.
Because I wonder, if you clone yourself, how would that go after you win? What happens to the clones? Do the clones start fighting each other to figure out who's the real one?
Yeah, because they technically all have the same magic too.
Right? So it's like, at the end of the day, you just going to snap your fingers and they all disappear? Or one of them going to try and kill the real one to replace?
I bet they all just stay around and they all stay as like overlords, making sure everything goes alright.
Oh, so you think they pull an Organization 13?
Yeah, because he is literally trying to like pull an Infinite Tsukuyomi. He's trying to literally brainwash the entire planet into peace. Like, you're an angel with no problems that follows me now. Life's great. You're right. Master Lucius knows everything, and he wants to do that like to the whole planet.
It's kind of scary,
right? Especially because like how the arc starts, he literally walks up to the sister and is like, "Boop," and she's like, "Asta, you have to die for world peace. Sorry." No! Smile, smile.
Big spoiler for me. But it's right now that big
deal. The moment you saw the Lucius thing, I'm like, oh.
Well, the sister thing, I mean.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of the arc, doesn't he like propose once more and get turned down?
And that's literally, and then Lucius is like, "Hi."
Literally.
In that same spot, Lucius just pulls up. And that's where it happens.
That's big sad.
Right?
So it's straight up, he did get denied again?
Yeah, he got denied, and they're like, well, it's okay. I'm not feeling too butthurt. And then Lucius is there.
I bet he's feeling butthurt now.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't take too kindly to that one.
Poor Asta.
Yeah. I mean, it's not so bad. They're talking about being the Wizard King and fighting Lucius now, so.
True.
They're pretty much fine.
That's cool. How many? I mean, it's basically wrapped up, right? Maybe 4 more chapters.
Yeah, they're probably gonna
Maybe
give
3.
like they'll probably do this exact same thing with a couple other Black Bulls. Like have them fight a copy of Lucius too, because there's like at least 10 Luciuses on the battlefield. Like you can just spam this shit.
Jesus.
When Asta came in, it was like, oh, now it's 2v2. Me and Yuno versus you two. He's like, what do you mean? It's like 2v6. And like, boop, 2 more.
Wow. So Asta and Yuno's fighting the main one right now.
Yeah. And then it hard cut to Luck and Ragna fighting one of the copies. So yeah, anywhere between 4 and 8 more chapters.
Now, is Asta like on the level of a Wizard King or candidate type deal, or you still think that there's other people that are more suited to the role once Lucius is defeated?
You know. To be honest.
Power-wise, or just like the whole package?
Kind of both, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you got like some big ass spells going on too, and just also kind of just breaks the power system.
Which is funny because you wouldn't think that of wind powers.
No, but he's got like, God, I forgot what the other magic is now.
Well, I know he's got
star magic.
Oh, because I saw he has a fairy at one point too.
Yeah, it's the wind elemental, just like how I want to say it's Fugelian has the fire one. I don't remember though. Somebody has the fire elemental and he has the wind one.
Last I remember where I ended was the capital got attacked and one of the fire people got like kidnapped.
Fugelian. Ooh, the one who's there's nothing shameful in being weak, only in staying weak. Ooh. I think that was the exact moment where I was like, I kind of fuck with Black Clover.
I probably would have fucked with it a lot harder if I kept reading manga instead of watching that anime. Because I got the volume 1 in the anime and Loot Crate, and I dug it hard. And then I watched it. I heard it was like very soon after I got that volume 1, I saw it, that it was getting an anime. I was like, oh, I'll just watch the anime.
Nope.
That early anime, that Asta, it was bad, dude. It turned me off real quick.
Guys, I think even the quality, like getting into it a bit, is just not where it could be. Almost they started off on the wrong foot, and then it made it even harder to put the funding in.
Anime is still no word on it coming back. That you know,
just rumors on top of rumors.
I'm sure it'll come back once it's over. And they're too deep into it, episode count wise, to not finish it.
Yeah, and they're like right before you go to fight Dante the last time is where the anime left off. They literally got to finish that fight, and then this arc starts. Like,
yeah, so they probably want the arc to finish before.
Yeah, they could probably start it now. Well, then again, 3 or 4 months a chapter. That's actually, who knows? They'll probably wait.
Yeah. Because Black Clover was doing, like, they didn't do seasons, right? They just kept going with the episodes.
They're doing like the old style.
The old way, yeah. The Boruto as well, but did not work very well for Boruto.
No. Boruto fans would say otherwise, though. The anime canon is really good, guys.
Fuck you, no it's not.
I hate having to even hear the words, the anime canon.
I just want it to end so that this is just never spoken again.
It's not going to happen.
It's not.
It's not. It's nowhere close to having an ending.
Which is sad.
The kinda, sorta, up to the point where the flash forward at the beginning of the anime is kind of like where they're at in the manga now.
How many manga? Just still under 100, right? Or just over 100?
Chapters? Oh, it's over 100, I think.
Because the canon episodes are only like 70 episodes out of like the 200 and something.
It's true, so there could be 85 chapters. It's 80 chapters for the regular, and now they're in there Shippuden. 5 chapters into their Shippuden.
Oh boy.
I just don't like the art even, like, to be honest.
Well, the problem was, too, it wasn't Kishimoto at the beginning, so now that Kishimoto's back in it, he's
Kishimoto's still just, like, writing. Like, he's still not doing the art. Like, why you got your fucking scarf up in your face, bro?
It's bad. I like the fan arts that they do of, like, the Shippuden character models.
You know what? I'll give them another thing. I like the drip. Like, Boruto's clothing here, fire. Like, the chains, the jacket, the light casual shirt. It's just something about their faces, and the fact that you just got no sense of placement. Why is his cloak all up in his face?
I'm just not for the whole plot of Boruto at all. I don't think it should have even happened.
No, it definitely shouldn't.
It's also a fucking...
I'm tired of the power scaling.
It's bullshit that all of Naruto is all about Naruto becoming a Hokage, and you don't even see that happen.
I just hate that they had to jump straight to, like, superpower level. Like, you'd think this would be a great time to reset the power structure, but no. Like, first fucking arc, you bring Momoshiki in, and we're back to Otsutsuki power levels.
Well, I still think the whole Otsutsuki clan is a fucking shit plot device.
It is.
The whole thing. Should have just ended with Madara. You had a way to beat him, you just...
I didn't need the origin of chakra.
No. Should have left the Sage of Six Paths be a mystery type thing, that like lurking legend type thing. Because like when something has a mysterious element to it, it's more attractive and more alluring a topic to somebody. But then once you flesh it out in a thing, it's gonna lose that element of mystery, the mysterious nature of itself. So now it's just like
it's already set up to not meet your expectation, but then also it was bad. So.
Yeah, I just hated that Naruto and Sasuke get stabbed through the fucking chest. Naruto gets QB removed, so they both should be dead, but they have some dream with the Sage of Six Paths, and then they come back uber powerful and ready to fight Madara. And then even then,
of course,
it's
the Zetsu thing, yeah.
It's still not enough, and Zetsu has to come in.
Because they still could have done the Kaguya thing. Just have Naruto and Sasuke beat Madara, and then like his body and all the chakra still in there forms into like Kaguya or something.
Or just abandon the Kaguya.
Well, they should have. But I'm just saying they didn't need Zetsu to kill him for the Kaguya thing to happen.
Yeah, and there is absolutely zero foundation in the entire story that supports the Otsuki at all.
Yeah.
Madara's name dropped in fucking so early in normal Naruto.
And then Kaguya, they set her up like 5 chapters beforehand.
If they even did. I don't remember it being mentioned at all. Maybe there was some scene that
Black Zetsu was like the Sage of the Six Paths, when he like came to them, I'm assuming somewhere in there, maybe they went to like drop their first nugget. But even that's like 5 or 10 chapters before Kaguya comes. But they definitely shouldn't have started with the super powerful, extra-dimensional aliens coming back. Like,
because he's like, oh, I made Madara too strong to beat. Well,
let me make someone stronger.
Well, once Guy came in and fought him with the 8 gates, Madara came out of that fight fucking hurting. And then something happened where he just like full heals himself. Why did you full heal him?
Yeah. Madara's only as strong as you as a writer make him.
Exactly.
I forgot who it was. It was either Stanley or DC. They got tired of being asked questions about like power scaling. Who would this person beat this person? The guy said, look, whoever the writer wants to win is going to win the matchup of that time. That's it. Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Which is why the Flash sucks.
Yes.
Because
exactly
the
Flash
sucks. Is as fast as the plot needs him to be.
But that's why the Kishimoto is almost the opposite. He feels like his hands are completely tied. That he has no power over who would win. You have the power. Why did you power boost him 4 times?
For real. It's like, ugh.
Why did we get into eye swapping if you think he's too strong? Why did you make him do these things, Kishimoto? You are God.
you have all of the characters there, so it's like it's one dude. You have all of the original 4 Kages there. Orochimaru's here. You built up Orochimaru to be some. Like,
you can have a triumphant moment where they all have like teamwork and strategies.
Like, there are plenty of people there that could have taken him, or could have easily been written in to take him out, or just like you said,
or
a
even
team
to help.
effort.
Like Orochimaru could probably use his snakes to try to like.
Because you
suss out where the limbo clones are.
Because you're like, oh, but Madara wasn't alone. He had Obito. But it's like, okay, but Kakashi dealt with Obito on the side.
Yeah, I would never say that one.
You could have Obito and Kakashi whole thing still happen, as it did, and then just have guys fight mean something other than just be like, shit, I put the 8 gates in here. I need to use the 8 gates somewhere.
It's the Gojo problem. We're soon gonna just... Oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm full healed.
Exactly. I don't know, man.
You've got the power, Kishimoto. Why?
That whole arc, man, ever since the fucking first Edo Tensei, where bring back everyone in the village, literally only for Kakashi, because the only other named character that died was Shizune, and she stayed dead.
Yeah. Which...
Everyone else was no named characters, or it would have meant nothing to keep them dead.
I like Shizune.
I mean, just think of that. How, because it's shonen and no one really likes, like, shonen's very, they don't really like to kill big name characters off.
Yeah.
But look at how good it always goes when one does die.
Yeah, I was just thinking, gay.
You know what I mean? That shock value draws in the audience.
That Nanami death.
Nanami, or Ace. Absolutely nobody thought Ace was going to die in Marineford. Literally nobody. This is One Piece. People don't die.
Because they were also still under the predisposition that the editors didn't want him to kill anybody, too.
Yeah. And then also on the fact that you dangle the freedom in front of you. Ace escaped. Luffy got him out of the chains and they were running away. But then Ace's character, being who he is, stopped and stood and fought and died. And everyone's like, what? So imagine if Kakashi died in that arc. That arc is already one of the best arcs in Shippuden. The Konoha invasion arc with Pain.
That would be Pain killing 2 of Naruto's mentors now.
Yes. So then it would have also meant even more for Naruto to break the cycle of hatred just better.
Mm-hmm. And then not undercut it with them reviving everyone.
I would be okay with the Talk No Jutsu in that sense because
it thematically fit the arc and the
arc
problem.
And who it was. It wasn't just some random person he talked out of it. You know what I mean? Nagato had good in him that was
and they both
tarnished by
recognized
war.
Like each other's philosophy too. Like Pain did at least acknowledge that Naruto wanted good, but then he's like, "Can you do it? No, you have no idea. Well, I'm gonna keep doing my thing." Like he wasn't just evil for evil's sake. Like he's actually sat there and kind of broke bread with him even in the middle of the fight, being like, "Okay, what's your answer then? This sucks. This is evil and super bad. But what's your answer?"
Right. So I think that Talk No Jutsu, whatever, keep the revive out of it.
That's the
problem. And just be like, okay, Nagato's like, okay, I will stop fighting. He's already have him just die of the fact that
he's dying.
Look at him. He's on his deathbed anyway, and he just spent God knows how much chakra.
He just loses the will to fight, and thus the will to live.
Yeah, he dies immediately after using the Edo Tensei anyway because it exhausts the rest of his power.
It better.
So just have it be that his power was exhausted, so by the end of the fight, he's
like, I can die in peace now and just die.
Yeah. And then Conan takes him away. The same thing happens with Obito Tobi against Conan. Leading up to the Pain War, all that stuff could keep happening. The setup to the war.
At least he said that Conan just dies there. But, I mean, it was such a good showing for her.
Yeah.
Turned the whole fandom on her side.
She fucked Obito up.
Yeah. Because that was just so fucking lit, though. Just see the ocean open up and then paper bombs. Just,
The only time paper bombs were actually useful.
Yeah, I was just thinking that joke. I think that's part of why she was so awesome, though, is because it went back to something that, was novel now.
Sorry, man. OG Naruto, Naruto before Shippuden, so good.
Perfect. Besides the filler.
Well, yeah.
but perfect.
Well, honestly, some of the filler episodes, it's like episode 100 or 101 or something like that, is when this entire episode of the three trying to figure out what's
that was a good one.
Kakashi's mask.
If you said Curry of Life, though, I was going to cry.
Isn't that the one where Lee gets drunk? I think that's literally like the last episode of Naruto.
I
like
know.
Episode 200 or something.
So bad, though.
I think that's the one where they say ninjas don't hide.
It might be.
I think it is.
Why are we hiding? Ninjas don't hide.
But Zabuza arc, man, that shit's so fire.
Chunin exams.
Chunin exams. Right into the fucking
Sasuke retrieval arc was fucking slapping.
Oh, that's so good. Because right after the Chunin exams is the Tsunade retrieval.
The worst
Tsunade
one,
recruitment.
but still good.
I still liked it, yeah. Because right before that, you had fucking Itachi coming in.
You get Kabuto finally getting a moment in the Tsunade retrieval.
And then you get Sasuke realizing that Naruto's like catching up to him or potentially surpassing him. And then he's like, all right, I gotta leave the village. I gotta do something.
And all of the Sound 4 fights slapped. All of them.
All of them. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
The Neji one, even Choji's fight was fucking fire.
Kiba versus Sagan and Ukon. Even, yeah, let's say the Shikamaru, the one that would probably have the chance to be the worst would be Shikamaru versus Tayuya.
Again, dude, how do you remember
I mained Tayuya in the fucking Storm games, bruh. But,
I didn't know any of their names. Not a single one.
Sakan, Ukon, Tayuya.
You know who I know? I know
Jirobo,
Kimimaru.
Jirobo, Kimimaru, Kidomaru. Kidomaru's the spider guy.
Yeah, he's the one Neji fights, right?
All of those were lit. But the Shikamaru one had the chance to be the worst, in my opinion, because it has the least actual action. And even that one still slapped.
And then you lead up to, like...
The best one, Kimimaru.
Oh, the best one, Naruto versus Sasuke.
Kimimaru versus three people.
No, I still think that the best fight in all of Naruto is still the first Naruto-Sasuke fight at the Valley of the End.
It's really good, but... Naruto into Rock Lee into Gaara versus Kimimaru is still probably my fave.
Well, I think you're also biased because, like, Kimimaru's, like, your favorite character.
Because of that one fight, though.
True.
It's chicken or the egg here.
It's just that's the only thing he's in
Are you Satoru Gojo because you're the strongest? Do you like Kimimaru because the fight, or was the fight... You like Kimimaru.
True. Okay.
He's got the coolest Kekkei Genkai in the whole fucking show. Hands down, bar none.
Bone powers.
When he shot his fingertips as bullets. Fucking fire.
Andy.
Pulls out his spine as a sword. Fucking fire. I still want another bone manipulator in anywhere. So bad.
And of course, like most things, when you are super strong, you gotta have some illness that kills you.
Yeah, that was like the first sign of Kishimoto just not knowing how to write himself out of problems. Why couldn't...
Gaara's already killed so many people in the series. Just have it so that Gaara killed them.
Why did he have to start being able to move through his bones? Why couldn't you just let Gaara win instead? Because that's where it ended. He did a field of bone spikes and then popped up through one of the bones to stab Gaara and then just had his heart attack. How about you cut all of that and just have Gaara be the form of Kimimaru?
Yeah.
Why do you gotta power boost yourself into further problems, Kishimoto?
Because he doesn't know how to write.
It's wild. Man, there's just no way that they could beat this enemy. How about you power boost them instead?
It's been a long time since we've seen Gaara. Why don't you just have him have a new move?
Yeah, just like... Why is the answer to make it harder to achieve the goal you want, Kishimoto?
Did you forget that Gaara's a Jinchuriki? Because that didn't go away.
Yeah.
He still has that.
You could just, have him pull some Jinchuriki stuff. It's wild.
I mean, I could speak all day on the issues I've had with Naruto because of how good it could have been.
I think that's why it made me so angry that earlier today I saw someone be like, bro, why do you watch that JJK shit? It's just another Naruto copy.
No, motherfucker. It's a Bleach copy.
I kind of thought it. Not gonna lie. Like, why is everything a Naruto copy? Naruto's just a Yu Yu Hakusho copy.
Kinda.
Well, it's the reason I say that is because the tropes everyone wants to point to that they say Naruto established, Yu Yu Hakusho more established. Like, Yu Yu Hakusho had the entourage first. They didn't have the power cliffing that, like, DBZ had first, but they still had the cliffing.
You see the Yu Hakusho influence on Bleach with the whole spirit world shit.
And their entourage more closely resembles, because instead of doing the trio that Naruto popularized, they had the more quad, the 4-person group.
Yes, which unfortunately all of the 3 fell out and it became the Ichigo show.
But the structure, the bones.
Yes. Because, like, I get it, because Orihime is a support character.
Well,
so
that's
she
the
doesn't
thing.
need to be strong.
Orihime is also OP as shit.
Oh,
like, she's probably the only one of that group that stayed relevant throughout.
Yeah, she totally fights Yuha with Ichigo at the end.
Because she can block fucking anything. Like, she rejects reality. How fucking fire can you get? It's Chad and Uryu that really need to pick up the slack.
And we would think that Uryu would have picked up a lot of the slack in the arc about fucking Quincy's. But no, he just gets his ass beat by Hashfault at the end.
And then Chad's just there.
Chad does literally nothing in the entirety of the Thousand Year Blood War arc. He is present.
And what was the arc before it too? Did he do anything in the Fullbrink?
No.
Besides get brainwashed at some point?
Him and Orihime get brainwashed. It's Ishida that Uryu that's not brainwashed. Until the very
Chad.
End. Yeah, poor Chad. And then it's like, it just sucks because he was so good before the Soul Society arc. He was just awesome. And Bleach, I mean, Ichigo even said it when he was about to...
I can't even imagine Chad losing.
Then Chad rolls up on Kyoraku. Of all fucking people, it's Kyoraku. The second strongest captain at the time.
They couldn't even be nice to him and let him fight a lieutenant first.
No.
Nope.
So he gets no diff there. But then, the next arc, the Urankar arc, he fights Yami right off the rip and gets fucking bodied.
He does get that fight later.
Yes, but I was just going to say that. No, Kenpachi fights Noitora. But he does fight...
I thought that's what he hit with the Los Muertos.
No, it's one of Noritora's thing,
like underlings. That's sad.
Because in the since we're calling everything retrieval arcs, in the Orihime retrieval arc,
it's so true.
He gets, because Bleach got a lot of shit for that too, because it was the Soul Society of the.
Is the Culling Games just the Gojo retrieval arc then?
Yes, yes it is.
Huh.
Because Soul Society was Rukia retrieval, and then
the Sakamoto arc was the Lu retrieval arc.
Yeah, it's just retrieval arcs everywhere, man.
Oh, we'll be looking at things through a very weird lens now.
But Chad gets a good few fights in the beginning of the Rankar arc, but then it's like,
boom, doesn't exist anymore. Goodbye.
Well, a lot of characters have to get pushed to the side because there's not enough bad guys towards the end of it. It's like, not everyone can fight Aizen. You know what I mean? Yeah,
but then the bad guys start fighting each other because they're all so strong. Instead of the main party.
And like, he goes to Hueco Mundo with Ichigo, Kisuke, and Orihime, and Nail. At the beginning of the Thousand Year Blood War. Doesn't fight anyone. Ichigo leaves them to go to Soul Society to help everyone there. And then they stay in Hueco Mundo for the longest time. Part 2, they just came back, and he goes with Ichigo back to the Zero Division after Ichigo's already been there. So Ichigo goes up there, trains, comes back down. But when he comes back down, Yuha goes
go,
up.
Chad.
So now that Chad and Orihime is there, Chad, Orihime, Yoruichi, Renji, and Chad, and Ganju again.
Like how there's more scenes of Renji fighting and losing than of Chad fighting at all.
Yes. And then they all go up there. And even when I reread the manga, I don't think Chad he doesn't fight anybody in the rest of the series that I can really remember. Maybe he clashes with
so
a
sad
fucking
there's
Quincy.
plenty of fucking Quincy's, man. There is an abundance of fucking Quincy's.
So many.
But look how cool my captains are.
So many, in fact, that it didn't happen yet because the second season ends right before Yuha does it. The Ashvaden.
The elite Quincy's?
No. When because
the ones where he takes his their powers back.
He takes all of the powers of all of the Quincy's still down in Soul Society. So there's a mad Quincy's down in Soul Society still fighting, and he kills them all just to make himself stronger and revive the Stern Ritter that were the elite squad. They're up there. So he takes his army and kills them all and brings the total down to like 6.
Excellent planning, sir.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
He was Russian.
He was. It makes sense. I'm hoping that what do you call it? Once the anime is finished, that he gets back on whatever his plans are with this Hell arc.
People are fucking hyped for it.
Oh, that chapter is so good too. They like the setup of what could potentially happen. I'm like, in it.
Maybe we'll get some Chad.
Maybe. One can hope. It's been
chance to right your wrongs.
It's been like 10 to 15 years. Chad could, he could have grown power. I just don't want them to do. I hope that Kubo sees what's happening with the Boruto thing and be like, oh, following the children of your main character is not a good idea. So let's not follow.
I'm Bleachigo Kurosaki. My mom, Orihime.
I think his name is Kazui. Because we've seen Ichigo's son.
Oh, he has a son?
Yeah, in the very last chapter of Bleach, it shows him and Orihime's child. And it then shows Renji and Rukia's daughter.
Renji doesn't deserve Rukia. I'll be the man to say it. I'll be that brave soul.
They have the deep history of back in Rukongai or wherever the place is called.
You could do better, Rukia.
People were upset that Ichigo didn't go as Rukia, but I'm like, well, I mean, come on, dude. It was like...
That's my ship, personally, but I've heard the arguments against it, and I can totally agree with that. I like their dynamic more.
Yeah.
I like it a hell of a lot more than Renji Rukia.
It's also funny.
Renji's just a worse Ichigo.
Because I can see Ichigo with either one of them, too, because it's like Orihime is like the childhood crush type thing. Yeah. But Rukia's the cool, suave,
forged through fire
new girl that came in and slept in his closet.
Yeah. And she's the one that's actually sarcastic with him.
They slept in the same room together. For a majority of the series, she had a home in his closet.
Yeah. That's why I could see it either way. Like, she busts his balls like a sister, but that's also kind of like a good relationship dynamic, too. Being able to bust each other's balls.
She's definitely the tsundere.
Yeah. And I like that more.
But I personally like Orihime more, so...
I don't like her with Renji, that's for sure. I'd rather Rukia single than Rukia and Renji.
You just really don't like Renji.
I don't.
Although...
Doesn't get more mid than Renji.
It's true.
Does the man have a single W?
Yeah, he stomps whoever the dirty boots girl that he fights in the Fullbring arc.
I think of a completely different character.
He's
a girl in Gachiakuta whose powers is her dirty boots.
Yes, I know, and you told me. It's like, oh, look at this awesome character. Oh, look, she's dead. Oh, thanks.
At least I think. We don't know for sure.
Oh, she's most definitely dead.
I think.
But Renji also beats Master Masculine after he Master Masculine kills 2 captains.
I was like, that name's not very threatening.
He's pretty strong. He's also got a hacks. He's got James.
They all have hacks.
James is his hacks. He has this little Quincy dude. He's like tiny. That is his like. His Master Masculine's like a WWE wrestler.
Yes, he's the. That's the one that came into my mind because he was there during like the Soul Society assault.
Yeah, and he has this little thing, James, that follows him and is his like biggest fan. And so long as James is cheering Master Masculine on, he can't die. So you gotta kill James first, but then James has also been killed like 4 times. So it's almost like I think you might have to kill both of them at the same time.
But him slightly
Master
before.
Masculine himself has killed James. He did this like superstar attack that he did to like attack Renji, and by doing so kill James. But then James was like starting to reform back.
Ugh.
So it was weird. Yeah, it was weird. But Renji fucking smokes him.
He should still be alone.
And then Renji is there, and it's Renji, Aizen, and Ichigo versus Aizen in the last thing versus Yuha.
Renji with the homunculus girl that is Mayuri's lieutenant. There's my shipping for Renji. You guys can go somewhere and fuck off. I was going to say Momo, but Momo's heart is taken.
Cool.
Did the homunculus girl die or something?
Yeah, she still lives.
He can make another.
He does. A child one. Because
that does change things.
from birth.
I'm not that mean to Renji.
So it's growing up. Because that's Mayu's claim to being better than Kisuke when that happens.
Is making a person?
Yes.
Did Kisuke want to?
He made a soul that... A soul that... Because, like,
Did Kisuke even want to?
Well, Kisuke made the Horyaku. It's weird. So it's like getting into it. It's like... So... Because that homunculus person is a better version of... Is like... Because I think... I don't know if it was Kisuke or not that made Cone and all of them.
I have no clue.
I don't remember.
I feel like it probably was, though.
And Nemu is a better of that soul. Because those soul fragments are...
So I don't remember Kisuke trying to make life, but I also didn't read Bleach.
I'm pretty sure Cone is also just a person's soul put into it.
Pretty sure it is, too.
Just a previously living thing. Nemu is a soul that Mayu made.
Yeah.
And then she makes her own choices to sacrifice herself to save Mayu, and nothing like that has been made before.
What a bad choice.
So when she does die, which gives Mayu the opening to win his fight, when he's falling, he's basically saying, it's like, I've surpassed you, Kisuke. It's like, she's better than anything you've made.
You've surpassed him in science, but man, you have not surpassed him as like a being. I was gonna say a human being, but they're not really. But
neither one of them.
As a moral person.
Oh no! I mean, Kisuke is pretty morally questionable.
But he's further in this race than Mayuri is.
I will agree with you. But yes. So you see, because she dies in that fight, and in the last chapter, when you catch up with each person, it shows Mayuri with the. You can clearly tell it's a Nemu, but she's much younger. So he remade her so she'll grow back up.
Okay, switch up then. Rangiku and Renji can go fuck off somewhere, because we all know Toshiro wants Momo.
No, Rangiku needs. She's with Gin. Even though Gin is dead, I don't see her ever being with anybody.
No, she moves on and goes with Renji.
No, because she's even... In the last chapter, it shows her still, like... I think she buried him somewhere. About some cave or whatever, and she's still thinking about him. She ain't moving on.
I'm running out of women here. Unohana's dead.
Her vice captain. There you go.
Oh, I forgot she even has
one. What's her name?
Who the fuck is that?
She's got the gray...
Yeah, the little... Oh man, I don't got that one. But yeah, Renji goes with her. Because again, Momo is very clearly Hitsugaya's girl.
fuck it, Hisage and Renji can just...
Oh, man, I'm all for that. The tattoo boys. Yes!
The tattoo boys.
He's got it right on his head what he wants. 69, baby.
He's in it to win it.
He's in it to win it.
Oh, Jesus. But that's Bleach.
That's Bleach.
Did you see the banner of everyone wearing the dragon onesies for the Year of the Dragon?
It's funny. I saw this a while ago on Twitter. Trying to find him right now. Chihiro's in the top right, sporting the same apathetic look he always is.
Oh, yeah, there he is, right there. Actually, if I do take a screenshot, I can zoom in like super quick. I love that fucking Sakamoto right above Luffy. Just being awesome.
Here, I got nice and zoomed in.
Yeah. Just
apathy becomes me.
For real. But no, I think it's a cool little...
Yes. Sadly, right under Chihiro is Asumi.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Big sad.
Did that just get canceled?
Yeah.
Who's that way up there, though? The only one wearing not green. Full top left. I don't know who that is. Go
Power Rangers. I think it's the guy from Shadow Eliminators.
Could be. Yeah, maybe.
It seems like the dude under him is the Goody Two Shoes from the same series. Unless that's the Kill Blue guy. I think it is the Kill Blue guy.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't read Kill Blue.
I haven't either, but I'm judging from seeing the thumbnail.
Ooh, actually, I don't know why this made me think of it, but how are you liking 20th Century Boys?
Oh, from the one chapter?
Oh, you're still only one chapter in?
I'm solely one chapter. I meant to read more today, actually. I had it out and everything, but then I went to bed.
How are you liking the one chapter?
The one chapter was really good.
That's good.
Yes, it was very low-key. I got just some glimpses, really, of the plot. We'll see at the end of the chapter.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, what chapter one?
One chapter. Titled Friends. Yes. I'm excited to dig into more. I've been really meaning to, but I thankfully prioritized the stuff I had to read on the app.
Right.
And busting out all those Sakamotos.
She bust out Oyasumi Poon Poon.
Yes. The person I follow that does manga videos, it's doing Poon Poon right now.
Oh, nice.
He put out one, but he keeps putting out teasers of another one he's doing. Hey. But I literally just saw a GIF. There it is. He does nice animations.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He does a Bang and Culling Games one. I'll have to send it to you sometime.
Yes.
It's slapping.
Poon Poon is something, man.
It's literally a montage from the Higuruma fight all the way to the Yuki versus Kenjaku fight, if I remember right.
Damn.
It's like animations of all of the ones in between, too. So you get the Sendai Colony, you get Hakari.
Dude's a fucking legend, apparently.
Oh, he's a beast, man. But I do need to read more Poon Poon. That was another one I was reading on that app that got shut down. So now, realistically, I'll probably just start it from chapter 1 again.
Well, I mean, you're pretty deep into it, Phil. You were at least 30-something chapters.
At least 30, but just finding where I was again.
Yeah.
And I want to get myself back in, like, the mood of it. Because, I mean, I was about to say realistically again, but it's feeling less realistic. I would want to just buy the volumes, honestly. It's one I would just buy.
I don't know which one I would want to buy that I don't have other than the rest of Berserk, but I would need to read up to where I am in Berserk to then justify buying the next ones.
You tell all the books I've been looking up because it's my fucking inspired by my shopping trends. Socialism, utopian, and scientific. Quotations from Chairman Mao, State and Revolution, and the Communist Manifesto. You tell her my research has been lately.
Fucking Amazon thinks you're a
God
communist.
damn. I said at the moment I put a bunch of things on my wish list. I was like, hey babe, to my partner, I'm like, I'm probably on a list now.
I swear it's just academic studies.
It's just research. I put stuff from the other side in the wish list too. I swear, CIA. I swear, FBI. Did you not see the one that's a rebuke of communism in my wish list? Please don't arrest me. I'm not subversive. I have a bunch I want to buy, though. Like, I need to finish buying Dorohedoro. I own, like, 13 or 14 volumes of it. I have, like, 11 volumes of Chainsaw Man, so I'd really like to catch up in that before I buy other series. I want to buy Don.
I also would want... See, the problem with buying mangas, man, is shelf space.
I was actually just about to start measuring out the shelves I'm putting in the basement.
I just don't have any in this house.
Thankfully, because we used to have a medical bed set up in the basement, but we just got rid of that, so that whole wall's open for me now.
Nice.
So I'm just going to lay it out with fucking books.
You know what actually helps too? I mean, because you don't really think about it in your day-to-day life, but we've done quite a few spring cleanings here, and there's a lot of shit that you just wouldn't even think of that you can just throw away. That is just useless stuff that's laying around.
I still have boxes for moving too.
That also just frees up so much space that you didn't know you had. Like, I don't know if you remember this basement here before I set up this table down here and everything.
Yeah.
It was a fucking disaster case down here, and I emptied the whole thing out. There's like nothing else down
here.
To
be honest. That's looking like a kind of good spot. Oh, wait, but yeah, I say it every time I say that you could put stuff down here. The washing machine's right there, so it's like you shouldn't.
And I don't know, it just...
At least in our basement, there's a door between the laundry room and the rest of the basement, so it'd at least be separated from that.
Well, I mean, the plan, which things don't go as planned ever in real life, or the economy.
Yeah.
But the plan would, like, best case scenario is for us, we're looking at like 2 years from now. Hopeful. We were hopeful to have purchased a home before my son goes to school.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, kindergarten wouldn't be bad, but, like, I don't want to be that parent that has to put my son through school. He goes into school, makes all these friends, and then we move, and he has to start all over from scratch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know how that one feels.
Yeah, so...
I mean, it worked out, obviously, but
yeah,
it still sucks in the moment.
But at the same time, it's not something that we can just be like, yo, let's just go buy a house.
It's let's get it over with. All dunsies.
So, that's the plans. We'll see what actually fucking happens. We'll see what 2024 and 2025 have to offer. And, even when I'm thinking about it, so it's like I have the Berserk volumes. There's a few books. We were talking the other day, a few books that I would want to buy.
Same. I actually need to go through what books I have. Because I know I have 1984 somewhere. And I think I might have Animal Farm. And I've been really itching to reread Animal Farm.
I actually might have it. See the hardcovers that are up there? Like the fancy ones?
Yeah.
All of those are presidential books, so I really just keep those in case they're worth money someday. I don't give a fuck about any of those books. Every single one of those books is about a president. I have the only, because they're my dad's books, and the only one that's not up there, there's a book for every president except for Bill Clinton, because he hated Bill Clinton.
You even have a Grover Cleveland. Wow.
Yeah, dude, all of them. Roosevelt, JFK,
I'm looking for Polk.
Yeah, they're
somewhere in there.
Yeah, I see a Roosevelt over there, the lion and the fox.
So no one ever thinks of Polk.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole section behind that too. It's double stacked.
I could see glimpses.
Yeah.
I see Truman.
I see Abe Lincoln up there. But I'm pretty sure I have a version of like that hardcover style of the Odyssey upstairs. I might.
Nice.
Because that's one that, you feel like if you're going to have some kind of library, so you got to have the Odyssey, whether you actually read it or not.
I'm not getting it because I'm not going to read it. I tried reading the Iliad once. Opened up that first page, and like 80% of it was proper nouns that I have no cultural context at all.
It was just, here's nouns that you're going to read.
No, it was like in the sentences. It just happened to be so many proper nouns in there. It's like, I'm just going to make up proper nouns here. The Augustafus went to the Quintilian in search of Oraclus. To speak of the Diogenes. And I'm sitting here like, are these words? And I closed the Iliad and put it back.
That's funny.
I was like, no, that's not happening.
One of these days I'll give the Divine Comedy another crack too.
It's like that fucking thick too. And I was like, if this is all going to be this, I can't read this. I'm too dumb.
Maybe read a few other books before that.
Yeah, specifically Greek ones, so I can get some context built up.
Right, for real.
Just fucking read Plato's theories.
Find that half of them don't mean shit.
Yep.
But then it's also the big misnomer here is... we're saying, oh, we want to read this book, and we want to read that book. But then it's also like, when you got the time to read this shit.
Well, I was thinking about bringing them to work. The ultimate place I read.
Yeah, you at least have that availability at work. I definitely do not, unfortunately.
That's where I was planning on reading the Communist Manifesto if I bought it. But I'm like, that's going to raise some eyebrows.
You should do. You remember?
I get enough Trumpies coming through my store that
you should get the.
I should get a sleeve to go
over my books. I was just gonna say that the paper covers we used to do in school.
Guns, Love in America, one side. Communist Manifesto on the inside. And then when I switched to Stay in Revolution, move that sleeve over. I'm just taking a long time with this book, guys. It changes shape, too.
Just draw fucking Candyland and unicorns on it. Going to Magic Mountain.
Most of that makes me look good. Maybe like a fucking Mark Twain book. or Hemingway.
The Odyssey.
Just slip the Odyssey over. I'm just reading the Odyssey at work. Don't look inside.
It's a hard book to read. That's why it's taking me.
You did not see a hammer and sickle, motherfucker.
The book slips out of the fucking thing and
Stay in Revolution.
And the
Das Kapital.
The Soviet Union's theme song starts playing. The fucking you hear it. You've seen the memes where it's like they throw the hammer down and it lands on the sickle, and it's just the national anthem of Russia starts playing, and they're like, oh shit, no.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
It'd be a fun work week that time. But again, there's also books about the other side and shit, and like plucking apart the Communist Manifesto.
It's educational research.
I put so many books on my wish list this week. But then there's the manga. The whole reason I opened that app being like, I have so much manga I want to buy too.
I don't know what I would want to buy, to be honest with you. Like looking. I mean, Dan to Dan, obviously someday. But that depends on how many, because I'm not trying to fucking put like 50 volumes on my fucking. I am. That's so much. Like,
let's see.
If they do like Vizbigs or something, that's different because like I have 3 or 4 volumes per deluxe edition, and they're all in a box right now of the Berserk ones. But someday I'm gonna have to put those on a shelf. It's actually gonna be like that because like the encyclopedia thing.
Britannica. Yeah. It'll probably be as much room.
That's worth like $200. That encyclopedia.
You'll sell it when you're ready to put Berserk.
Yeah. Full complete set. Encyclopedia Britannica 1 through 29 with 2 indexes and was that the one at the end say?
I forgot that encyclopedias are dictionaries for a second, just to out myself as an idiot. Because then I saw Islam life, what? India, Ireland, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? These are dictionaries. Oh, that's dumb. Metaphysics Norway, that was another big one.
I don't think I've opened any of those. I also found out because for whatever reason I was flipping through Facebook one day and I found it. It's a 5-book set. It's called The Rise and Fall of Rome.
Yes. Very popular 5-book set.
Yes. Hardcover. With the pillars on it of like degrading throughout the series. And I'm like, I have that exact set in my room right now. I'm curious how much this would be if I have to buy it. $750.
Holy shit.
I was like, I have that set.
Yeah, I would sell
in
that.
Pristine condition. I'll sell it in 25 years when it's like...
That's one of the ones I would actually consider reading, though.
Same. It's a 5-book set, too. It's a big one.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of weird books that, because they were my father's before he passed, so I just have his... There's a lot of books we got rid of, so... A lot of, like, we kept all the fancy-looking books is what we kept.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's plenty of good books that we gave back to the library that were just paperbacks.
Probably your Hemingways and your Steinbecks.
Yeah, something like that. Or even other big notable books that have been written over time. So maybe I did get rid of... Because I've bought in other books since then, like Nietzsche and... or maybe those Dostoevsky in there.
Yes.
All of that stuff, so some philosophy books that I could have had, but I don't anymore.
My problem is I've started buying so many different series, and it's going to be a bitch completing them.
For real.
But some of them I'm reading through physicals, like Fire Punch. Like, that's a shorter one, and I'm actually going to have to like read through it.
There's a 0% chance I will ever buy all of One Piece. That's just too much.
It's a big no.
105 volumes something right now.
Also.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think of just like manga that I would buy, you know what I mean?
I would
Kieran
consider
Blanks.
buying JJK someday, but it's like such a not priority because I'd rather buy things that I need to read, and B, the ones that I've started are like top favorites. Like I'm buying Chainsaw Man. Thank God Hell's Paradise is good because I bought through Hell's Paradise. Soul Eater, like ones I know I wouldn't regret.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where you gotta really start, too, is, like, shorter series that it's, like, 10 volumes or so that you can just
Because even
complete
Chainsaw Man's only
quick.
about, like, 14, 15 right now.
Yeah. Which is surprising. You'd think it'd be more than that, because Hell's Paradise is 13.
Takes a lot of breaks, too, though.
True. Well, I was thinking, because, you know, part 1 and part 2.
But there's also that big chunk of time between them.
Right. Let's see. Let me open the app here and see if there's anything in like my favorites I'd consider buying. Bleach is just 74 volumes is too much.
That's a problem with the old ones.
Yeah, all of them. JJK is at 22 right now. Kaiju's at 9. 104 for One Piece. Just never. I just couldn't. Spy Family's only at 10.
And I have 2 of them.
I actually think you have one of them.
Yeah, because
You
have
own
one
2
of
of
mine.
them, but I'm in possession of one of them. Yeah, I don't know.
I know I want Dandadan eventually. It's just
I
not
thought about, I
a
mean,
rush to buy.
thinking maybe Tokyo Ghoul, 30 volumes total
And there's box sets for that, too.
of Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, like full box set.
Oh, nice. So, like, Visbig kind of version box set thing,
I think it's
Or
just
you
a
mean-
regular like box set of
Oh.
the full series.
I get you.
Like, I'm committed to 20th Century Boys, and those things are going to be big old boys.
Because this is with manga, unlike when we bought DVDs of anime back in the day.
So cheap.
Well, not only that, dude, give it another maybe 5 years, and it's going to be hard for you to find something that plays the disc.
That's true.
The next generation, I can tell you right now, the next generation of consoles, they're not going to have a disc drive.
Probably not.
And that's my disc drive right now is my PS5. I don't have a DVD player. I don't. Nowhere in my house do I have a DVD player. None of my TVs, nothing. It's my PS5/PS4. That's it.
Same.
And a PS2, but I don't think a PS2 could play the Blu-rays. Or
they can't play Blu-rays, but I think it can play DVDs.
Should be able to.
Pretty
Video
sure.
quality would suck, so why would you just not use it on the newer stuff?
For sure.
But, like, because this anime is that, like, I have all the way up to the start of the Iranka arc in Bleach. I know it's the worst version, one of the worser versions of Dragon Ball, but I have the orange Toonami ones, box sets, all the way up to the end of the Cell Saga. I don't have the Buu Saga. And if I do, I might have the first Buu Saga one.
See,
I have prepared. All of GT.
I sold most of my anime DVDs. I kept Baccano. And I think Durara.
I have a few boxes. So it pisses me off, though, when I bought a box set of Hellsing Ultimate, the first 10 episodes. But then I have 2 DVDs that sit next to said glorious-looking box set to finish it off. I have the only one that I have a box set of Spice and Wolf. That's the whole thing. And I have a box set of Eden of the East and the 2 movies.
Still need to finish that.
So good. I need to rewatch it is what I need to do.
I'm pretty sure I still have my Angel Beats and my Full Metal Alchemist, and I think I sold the rest.
I think I have Angel Beats.
I know I sold my Juosei copies.
Good.
In the Planet of the Beast King. Hey. Like when the world comes around, it gives me fan art of things I just saw.
Hey, there you go, yeah. But it's just, like I said, it's hard for storage space, you know what I mean? Because, like, you've seen it, the cool black thing I have at the top of the stairs. That's basically all of my anime and manga that sits in that. But even the manga thing, I have stuff on top of it. Even the anime, I have stuff stuffed on top of it. It's not perfectly organized.
That's why I need shelves, because I got, like, 2 boxes full of manga, and my partner's manga is somewhere in the house. He has no clue where.
Just gotta do spring cleaning.
Because he has a bunch of Vigilantes, too. And I want to say, like, 5 volumes of Beastars.
Cool.
And then all of JoJo's Part 1 and 2.
At least 2, it's like, I mean, you said you might be building it, but I was going to say shelves are pretty cheap if you buy them at, like, Walmart or Target.
I just want to build it.
Yeah.
That pretty much is going to mount 2x4s to a wall. It's like, I'm not going to make it sound more grandiose than it is. I'm going to stain them, treat them, slap them on a wall.
There you go.
Some hinges.
Like that?
That, yeah.
And that?
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm very committed to just doing it.
Yeah. The problem is, so like something like this, what I did put the hinges there, because I do have the 2x4s that support the back, but you don't get much frontal support. So something like that, I couldn't put anything further out because then they'll start drooping.
Yes, and I'm probably going to do like half the depth also.
Yeah, because like that, that's huge.
Yeah, for books at least it would be way too big.
Yeah. So you need like that cubby that's down there, the empty cubby, that width.
Yes.
You know, you don't need anything overly crazy.
The Golden Convoy stuck in my head right now.
You guys been watching more of that?
Yes, we have. And it has been Liddy McTitty. I saw the scene that I think you spoiled me on.
Oh, I spoiled you on a scene?
I think so. It's, I don't know if it was you or not, but it was like Sugimoto going berserk when someone almost like knocks him out. Or they're like coming up on him and hurt him. And one guy, they even have like a rifle squad at distance, and he's like, "Don't do that!" And Sugimoto immediately stabs him through both cheeks. Like, oof. And just fucking people up. And like, because every time he's like about to like get hurt or unconscious or anything, his adrenaline kicks in. He's like, "I'm immortal!" And just beats the ass.
So don't fuck with him.
No. Oh, it's been so good though, but it's such a built up ties of the characters and stuff that makes it good. I can't even explain the greatness.
So, what you're watching now, is it a new season that just came out? Or you're just catching up where you stopped?
They took a random break somewhere I want to say we're in season 3 or 4 now. They took a long break and stopped putting out episodes. They eventually came back and we had a bunch build up. I want to say the season's done now and we're just catching up to that last chunk. Kind of like a Zom 100 situation where they just had to stop for some reason.
All right, so you only got 10,
maybe even
less.
5 or 6 left.
Which is on the docket? What's on the docket for you guys next?
I don't know, because we just finished that HBO show too, Scavenger's Reign, which is also just peak trauma. So I really don't know. Probably finishing Zom 100 before anything else.
Well, yeah, because that's 2-3 episodes maybe. So it might actually just
4 because when they stopped, we stopped.
Yeah.
Wherever we were, which is 2 episodes behind.
Right.
Also because they didn't dub those last 2 episodes when they disappeared.
So
probably 4 or 5.
I also need to get on that. It's just laziness and mostly too because when I go on Crunchyroll, it's no longer in my currently watching or continue watching list because I've watched so many things. It got pushed off. Yeah.
That's what got us to do Golden Kamuy because it was still on our watch list because we watched so little on Crunchyroll.
Nice.
So I don't know what's gonna be after that because we still haven't even watched the newest season of Demon Slayer either. Or finished My Hero. Every time we picked My Hero back up, we put it back down.
I'm also didn't watch the last 2 episodes of the season.
We stopped before Lady Nagat. We watched Lady Nagat. We took a break again. We watched a little bit of maybe an episode after Lady Nagat, and then we dropped it again. And we just don't bring it up ever. There's no will there.
Yeah. That was ridiculous.
Kaiju will be the next thing we watch.
Oh, yeah, there you go. When?
April.
Oh my god, Kaiju's in April too?
Yeah.
Fucking spring season's just...
I don't think we have a day, but they confirmed April.
There's going to be a lot of stuff in April. I'm excited. There's
Good.
really not much to watch right now.
Yeah, because we also sometimes will put on something random and see if it's good.
You should watch Free Run.
Maybe.
Check out episode 1. You don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, then you got something else to watch,
It's true.
Or maybe it's just something you like, yeah, that's a good thing, we'll put it on the docket, and you just keep it on the side for now. I'd at least watch the first episode, though. I don't remember if the first episode's an extended one or not, but the first episode's pretty good.
I don't think we finished Miss Kobayashi either. Now that I think about it.
You didn't finish the...
Lesbian Groomer Fest.
I was going to say the patriarchal...
Societal demands. Yeah. That hurts me to my core because I like her voice a lot. I liked her as a voice actor.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've heard her since too, and I'm like, oh, it's you. No.
My thing is, it's just you're a dubber. You're not it's one thing if you were the original voice, but you're just translating and you're changing it to fit your agenda.
It'd also be one thing to me if she was just oh, it was just me trying to be funny. It wasn't that funny, I guess. Sorry. But no, that's also not how they approached it.
She quadrupled down.
She quintupled down.
Yeah.
Because I would genuinely understand that. I'd be oh, it's just you making an inside joke to your crowd.
450 tweets out in one day, replying to comments.
Yeah.
Quintillion and down.
1 billion and down. I would genuinely understand. I'd be okay, cool, you fucked up. That's fine. We all fuck up sometimes. Especially when trying to be funny.
Or you could say, hey, listen, I'm just a voice actor. But in that situation, no, you're also the one who translated and wrote the episode.
You could have done that one.
You did everything. It was just malicious intent. That's the problem. Which goes back to my thing of when people say, oh, I'm the voice of so-and-so. It's you're the English dub voice.
I would say it. I got the job, I would say it. Especially if I'm saying it in my own country. I would say, yep. If I was the English voice of Goku, I would say I am the voice of Goku to people.
I'd say I'm the English dubbed voice. But, like, if you're...
Then 80% of people aren't going to know what that even means.
Well, anime fans would know.
Anime fans will know.
I don't know. It's just weird. We talked about it before.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just like this. It's just... I'm surprised people weren't going at her for cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
That's a cultural appropriation right there.
I just thought it was a shit line. To
It
be
is a
honest.
shit line,
Because
too,
it's
that
like
didn't
80 more syllables than the original line.
And also just didn't really fit at all of what the context of the scenario was. So it's like, okay.
It's just so much extra. Like, it does, but it does in, like, again, like 80 more syllables than needed.
Yeah.
Like, you added so many more when it's just, I didn't want to look skimpy today.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. Fucking voice actors, man.
That's hardly even the reason we stopped watching.
No, I
This
don't.
is the little big booby girl. Just too much booby on too little girl. Subconsciously drove us away.
Did it? I didn't even know who you were
It's an
talking about.
insane amount of booby on an insanely small amount of girl.
I've never watched the series, so
This is going to be the worst Google search ever.
I can only imagine. Just further yourself on that list.
Man, the Communist Manifesto and Big Booby Kobayashi Girl. It's an insane amount of booby
Oh, Jesus Christ.
on way too little of a person.
Yeah, that's excessive.
It's too much. It's too much in my lesbian groomer manga.
What's funny, though, because the groomer is not the lesbian couple.
No, but she is also grooming a kid. Another one.
Just groomers everywhere.
Because she works at like a candy store, and there's like a kid that works there too, and they're like hitting it off. And he specifically is like, man, that's a lot of booby. Like, he wants it. It's just like, no.
You know, I kind of feel like I've seen that scene. The clip of that somewhere. Probably have.
It's too much. It's too much. The veil is too thin on what the purpose of this manga is.
Oh, Jesus.
Big sad. I came for found family and I got lesbian groomers.
From what I understand, they should have just stuck with the main Miss Kobayashi and
Stop adding more dragons.
yeah, the first two.
Yeah.
Who's Miss Kobayashi? Is it the
She's
maid or is it the person?
the person.
Okay.
And
so
then
her and the dragon.
her, Toru, and the little one. I do mind that she is also a little groomer, but as a character, all that aside, I like the
The
lolly one, yeah, the white-haired one, Kana. Because she has like an absent childhood, so she acts like a child to like get her childhood back.
Right.
But then those are used to grooming ends with other children who are actual children.
Because isn't she like hundreds of years old or whatever?
Yes. So it's like, oh, Japan! If you're going to make a satire on the cultural themes in Kobayashi, talking about the patriarchy wasn't the choice. Talking about how you're all grooming children would have been the choice. Her character included. Because she's the one that has a little boy that she's constantly, like, egging on. It's not the patriarchy's fault.
Yeah, for real.
Well, actually, maybe. It might be a dude writing it. It's probably a dude writing it. But
I'm going to say yes.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe not watch it then. Put Free Rent above that.
There are things I like. but there's a lot of things I don't.
Oh, you still haven't watched season 2 of Bleach either, right?
No, I haven't. Or Core 2 or whatever they want to call it.
1,000-Year Blood War Arc, Core 2, Part 3.
The final season.
Part 2.
No, I have not. I need to pay my Hulu, though.
I need to cancel my Hulu. I don't think I'm actually watching anything this season.
Until Bleach comes back.
Well, not this season is what I mean, but I say that, but then I'm sitting here like, there is one I was watching, but I might drop it. I don't know. I've only seen episode 1.
Also, take too long to decide before Bleach comes back, and you just need it again.
I know, right? But Bleach is to be announced right now, so I don't think it's even next season. I don't think it's coming out in April.
So
I thought it was
season after.
I thought it was, but for the longest time, I thought it was confirmed April. But then I looked it up one time and was like, oh, there is no date. I don't know. Wherever I got the April news was a lie. But in other news, I'm going to rant at you for a little bit here.
Uh-oh.
Because I feel like I'm the only person in existence that did not like that.
Did not like what?
Smite 2.
Oh.
I even put it in, I think there might be one other person because I put it in the comment section on YouTube and I got one like on my comment. So like that one person might be, my comment was literally, I feel like I'm the only person in existence that did not like Smite 2's announcement. Because I've gotten more information from it, but I think my original idea still stands. Because to me, looking at it, there are a bunch of changes they make, but it's basically mainly a graphical update. And I'm like, graphics, one, do not make a game.
No.
At all. One of our mutual friends vehemently disagreed with me. I was like, this is not true.
You know where I stand on graphics in video games. I am the king of the mountain with the war horn saying, doesn't matter.
Like, Undertale, fucking...
Loop Hero.
What's that other one?
Hollow Knight?
Hollow Knight, yes, thank you.
Hollow Knight's art is gorgeous. Undertale is more objective because Hollow Knight's... Undertale's literally pixel art.
Yeah, but then same thing. It's like Hollow Knight's not graphically amazing. It's artistically great. You know what I mean? But it's like gameplay is 95% of what you're doing in a game. That's what matters.
Hell, Risk of fucking Rain. It looks like blobby garbage with like the same color palette and no shading.
But it's fun to play. But so like my comment was, I feel like I'm the only person in existence that doesn't like the reveal of it. And I said because graphics don't make a game and better graphics are irrelevant in a skill-based MOBA.
And honestly, I don't think Smite's biggest problem was even graphics. I think it's game feel. Personally, as the outsider perspective.
I like how Smite plays. Because it's just how it is. You know what I mean? It's its own style. It's not trying to be someone else. Yeah. It's not trying to be Dota. It's not trying to be League. It's trying to be Smite, which I like about it. And it's gameplay that I've gotten used to over the years, and I like how it is. Graphically, you could have updated, like, close the servers down for a week and do a massive update.
Yeah.
You could have done it. But I see why they didn't do it, because it's on Unreal Engine 3, Smite is, and they're putting it onto Unreal Engine 5. But that means every single skin is not transferable. You will not transfer any of your skins. Any of your nothing is transferable.
Yeah.
The only good thing but the wording on this is funny to me. The wording matters. They're refunding you every single gem you have ever spent in Smite 1. You will get in Smite 2 as a legacy pack. But the wording on what you use them on is fishy to me because it can mean two things. So it says that you can use it for 50% off like the new Smite stuff, but the way it's worded, it's like, okay, so does that mean that whatever this legacy gem is, when I spend that on skins in Smite 2, does that mean I'm getting the skin in Smite 2 for 50% off? Or does that mean I pay for 50% of the skin with Smite Legacy gems, and then 50% of it I need to pay for more gems?
Here's a third one. What if it's only eligible for skins that are currently discounted? So you can only buy the 50% off skins with the gems.
Yeah, so it's quite vague to me. So I'm like, I hope it's the first one where it's just like every new skin is, if you're buying it with Legacy gems, it's 50% off for you and you can use those.
I doubt, though.
But I highly doubt it.
Big doubters in chat.
So my big thing is, because first off, they said it would take 2 months per skin to transfer over. And I'm like, I don't think it... we've had this conversation before.
Wait. To like...
One skin, 2 months to put from Smite 1 into Smite 2.
I just can't believe that, because Overwatch 2 did do it. Like, every skin from Overwatch 1, I have them all transferred.
Well, at least for Overwatch and Overwatch 2,
it's probably a smaller update.
And also probably from Unreal Engine 4 to 5, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can transfer code between the two, but you can't from 3 to 4 or 3 to 5.
Yeah.
So there's that. But, alright, so that just means you have to remake the skin. The artwork is already done for you, and all the premise is there, so you're just copying it. So there's no way the coding and slapping it on the model takes 2 months worth of work.
2 months is pretty wild.
Especially with how many employees they got going there. You can't have one dude working on the effects and one dude working on the pasting on the person. You know what I mean?
It is also presuming this is post-release. Like,
yeah,
it's not like half your team's working on building it.
There's some, like, listen, I don't give a fuck about recolors. I don't give a fuck about T1s or T2 skins. But, like, this... Alright, maybe it's more than now, but there's maybe 15 to 20 T5 skins in the whole game. Those should transfer over. Like, the T5s, the highest tier...
transfer over?
Well, first off, it's not going to launch with all of the gods.
Oh.
But they're saying 2 gods a month, I think they said, will release until they get up. But from release, 5 brand new gods will be in it. Right off the rip. I'm like, that's cool. But then so it's like there's some cool things, but then some
Yeah.
Then Smite 1's just gonna stay. They're not getting rid of it.
That makes no sense.
Stay there.
That's a bad choice.
So
this isn't like Path of Exile, where it's like they're keeping one because it has a different campaign and different systems. It's a competitive game. Just
which means
don't split the player base.
Yeah, so it's like, are you putting those 5 new gods into Smite 1 too? But then they're reworking. The items seem to be the same, at least the design wise, because there's a video of it. I've seen some gameplays and stuff. But so the artwork, it's newer, updated artwork, but like the weapons look the same. So it's like the items look the same, but they're reworking it so that everyone can build all items, so it's not going to be like magic power. But it's still it's strength and wisdom stats is what they're going in for mages and physicals instead of like physical power and magical power. But I don't know how that's going to work with the fact that everyone can build all items now, which is going to suck because there's certain gods that should not be allowed to have crit that are now going to have access to crit again. Ymir, I'm looking at you.
I'm just thinking about splitting the player base between 3 different modes and 2 different games, so 6 different modes.
4 different modes.
Yeah, that's
5.
bad.
Arena, Joust, Conquest, and Assault. 5 matches.
And 2 games, so technically like 10 modes.
Yes. No bueno. And I heard, so I watched an IGN video today of them talking about it, and IGN said that they're getting rid of relics entirely, and I do not like that because I love the relic system in Smite, and I feel like I want Predecessor to have the relic system from Smite, you know, because it's counterplay. If you, especially Smite has a serious problem in my opinion with CC.
To be honest, I think a lot of MOBAs do, because I just got the meanest CC lock in another match, and it felt really bad. It was a steal and a Richter. It felt really bad.
So especially later games, it's like, okay, you just died. Your kill cam is your kill time is 45 to 60 seconds long. By the time you respawn and get back into another fight, all of their skills are up. Their ultimate's back up. That whole thing's going to start up immediately.
Yep.
So in Smite, the two best go-tos for carries and mages and stuff, or assassins, is Beads, which cleanses all debuffs that are on you, and then you cannot be CC'd for the next, 2.5 seconds or whatever, immediately after. And then Aegis, which you can't pop Aegis if you're currently being CC'd, stunned or silenced or something like that. But if you see damage incoming, you can press it and you take 0 damage for the next 3 seconds. But you also can't deal damage. You can't auto attack.
Yeah, it's a moving stasis.
It's a moving stasis, yes. And that's amazing. Especially, alright, so say you got a fucking... I'm trying to think of an example. Grimmy X. He's not in the game yet. He throws this fucking thing at you and you're at 3 health. Does that thing auto lock on you?
No, it has travel time, so it's not hit scan. It has to actually.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of something.
No, that's literally perfect because that means you can see it coming and pop it before it lands.
Yeah, but also I feel like if you can see it coming, it's slow enough to where you can move out of the way.
I mean, it's an AOE burst though, so
okay. So it's something like that, or if you're fast enough with your reflexes. Murdoch ult shows a little line hit you first, and then the ult.
And then the Grim ult also would fit, because that's the one that locks and comes in on you.
That's what I thought.
No, I was talking about the Displacement Blast, because he has the AoE.
No, his ult is...
Oh, yeah, it targets you and travels, so you would be able to Aegis through that in this theoretical.
So, more so in Smite, too, because there's a lot of more telegraphed things in Smite that you could see happen, but you can't dodge it.
Yeah.
So that you could pop Aegis for it to save yourself.
Well, I still just want them to have this system because I think Predecessor has great actives and they're doing themselves harm by restricting your access to them.
Yes. And some of them too, some of the Smite ones are just that you just don't get, but then others like Shell, it just pops and gives everyone around you a shield.
Yes.
Beautiful. Another one that just kind of pulses and heals. It's a small heal, it's not crazy. And all relics are on long cooldowns. I think the shortest one is a 2.5 minute cooldown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are long cooldowns. So that, say you Aegis Grimm's ult this time. Next time he ults you, you won't have that to block his ult every time. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. But then it's CC chains, man, are just... Or the shell I was talking about, they have different upgrades. And at the end, they'll do certain different things. One of Shell's upgrades in Smite is it ghost forms, so you can walk through barriers. It'd be perfect against Zara's ult. You can walk right through it and get out. So there's 0 counter to Zara's ult other than if you have your blink up, you can blink through it. Because I've tried Greystone jumping into it to help a teammate, and you can't. Greystone can't jump into Zara's ult.
I tried doing something too. Oh, I was Sarah. I was
Sarah's
trying to do the dive.
She goes higher.
Nope. Nope. Though I do wonder if her lock-on thing would get through it. I didn't try that. I was just standing there after popping my ult.
I was a carry at one point looking at it, shooting autos into it, and I came to it late, so I couldn't even tell if autos go through it. Because
I'm pretty sure they do. I think you can attack people from the outside.
Okay. But, so Smite 2 is not going to have all the gods off the rip, so they're going to be added in. You're going to lose all of your skins, all your backing emotes, all of that other stuff that really doesn't matter, but it's just you're losing everything going into it. They're changing the game completely, and I'm just I like Smite how it is. It doesn't need to change. I don't think that Smite needed a Dota 2.
Yeah.
Overwatch 2. What is Smite 2 going to offer that Smite 1 doesn't already offer? Nothing. The only thing you're doing, because it's everything they're trying to do in Smite 2 they could do for Smite 1, other than the graphic update, which is not needed.
Which they still could kind of do for Smite 1.
They could do limited. They can't do it to the extent.
They could have done an update instead still.
Yeah.
Is more what I meant.
They definitely can't do as big of a graphic update that they're doing.
Yeah.
Because we've seen footage.
Well, they could still take it down, rebuild it into Smite 2, and still just call it Smite 1. That's more what I mean. They could still do this update and not make it entirely
Well, the problem is this,
split game.
I understand how they can't. That like Smite has a metric ass ton amount of skins, and I would hate to be the person that would have to remake every skin, because you have to remake them because from Unreal Engine 3 to 5. You know what I mean? I think the only ones they should do is the T5 skins. All the people that had the T5s.
I think
should
this
still
probably
keep
is the
those.
only reason why Smite 1's going to continue to exist beyond Smite 2 coming out, though. Is because they know they can't just take all that value away from you. Even though it's the worst decision to keep both up.
Yeah. And also...
So what's Smite 1 going to look like the day Smite 2 comes out? That's going to be a fucking ghost town.
Oh, 1,000,000,000%. Everyone's going to be on Smite 2. No one's going to be playing Smite 1.
And then as people trickle back to 1, if they don't like 2, because no matter how it comes out, not everyone is going to be...
Once 2 comes out, unfortunately, I see them closing Smite 2 down within a year and a half.
Smite 2 or
Smite
1? Okay.
Because everyone's just going to want to play the second one. But some people will go back to Smite 1 because their favorite god's not in Smite 2 yet. But once their favorite god comes to
unless
Smite
it's
2,
a complete flop and they all go back to Smite 1.
Doubtful. Everyone I've seen talk about, all of the content creators, every fucking Reddit thread I've looked at, every comment section.
I even saw someone on Twitter, on my Twitter, defending it too.
Everyone's hyped on it, and I'm sitting here on Just Me Island being like, I don't like this idea. Because the item rework, they could have just done it. Look, it's a big update, yeah, I understand, but you just delete every item, like... Yep. You've done it already. You did a massive item rework 2 seasons ago when you got rid of all of the bruiser items and reworked things. You could just rework the items. Some say that some gods, IGN video said some gods, our abilities are going to change. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't do that. It depends on who the god is. I mean, some of the earlier gods are very... bland, you read their abilities, it's 2 sentences. You read,
and then the other ones they scroll.
Yeah, you get gods that come out today, and you got fucking paragraphs describing their abilities.
And in this instance, it does this thing extra or less, but in this instance, it does things this extra or less. And if that causes this to happen, then this extra thing will happen.
They're super into synergy of the kit, and like everything needs to play off the other thing, especially the passive. They make all of the abilities run off the passive now. And like you get like older gods, you look at that passive, and it's just like
here's some extra
of this
seasoning on you.
It doesn't really like here's some extra power for this or something,
Yeah.
They're not like cool passives like you get nowadays that are integral into the kit. But I don't know. I like Smite a lot, and I wish that this wasn't happening. I don't think it's needed. I didn't see a problem with Smite. I mean, the graphics... It's like you can't say anything about the graphics because League of Legends is still the most played fucking MOBA. And that looks like ass.
It's one of the most played games.
Yeah. And it looks like ass. You know why people still play it? Because it's a good game. Well, debatable. Because you ask anyone that plays League.
They hate themselves.
They hate themselves. But it's fucking huge. The gameplay works. It works for them. Dota doesn't look much better either.
No. It actually looks worse.
And a lot of people play Dota, so the graphics is not needed at all. So it's just something that HiRez wanted to do.
Champion that from the mountaintops.
So I don't know what... And it's been rumored, people have been talking about it, I guess. I've been far separated from the Smite community for a little while because of other games.
This is one of my favorite games of the decade looks like. Oh, God. I cannot load this image. Looks like hot garbage is what it looks like.
What's that?
It's Loop Hero.
Oh. Yeah, that looks like a game from the fucking early
NES.
90s, late 80s.
You just walk around the little loop, and you're placing terrain to make challenges for the little guy walking around the loop.
Oh, that sounds incredibly boring.
It's so good. It's so good.
I'll take your word
That's
for
the
it.
little guy, if you can even see him.
That clump of pixels.
Yes, that clump of white pixels.
I'll take your word for it.
It's so good. But I can't beat the last chapter.
But I get it, because it's like I do the same thing. It's like there's games... I play old Final Fantasy games too, and like Final Fantasies 1 through 8 are...
Look like hot garbage.
Well, 1 through 9 look like... 10 was for its time.
It's when you hit the modern graphics. It looks good.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
9 doesn't look terrible.
I feel like
for its time, but like 7, you look at 7 is very QB.
The way I would put it is 10 is the first time that they didn't have to make concessions to work within the computer's like limitations. Like 9, they made it chibi. 8, the resolution's garbage. 7, their joints just don't work. But 10 was the first time they didn't have to make some sort of big like kneecap of their image to like because the technology.
Right.
10, they could just put their brain's image into the game for once.
It's just like...
And as much as I love games with bad graphics, God, 9 and 8 look like Garbo. 8's so ugly.
I don't mind 9, but 8... Well, 8's remaster is kind of okay, but I still can't get over the gameplay. The gameplay is what ruins 8 for me.
The UI is what ruins 8 for me. The UI is disgustingly minimalistic.
I hate that I have to choose whether or not one of my characters can have access to items because you need the draw system. And you have to... Or you can potentially accidentally go into a battle and not have the attack option.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. So 9 is my least favorite. 8, yes. 8 is my least favorite of all of Final Fantasies, and I will never... The chances of me ever playing original 8 is extraordinarily low. If they remake it like they did with 7, then I'll play it. But it's highly unlikely that 8 would be the next one they choose.
What are these ring wraiths doing here?
The next one they choose would most likely be 6.
It should be 6 because it has 4. The most to gain.
Yeah.
I'm getting a remake.
4, 6.
So there's already word that 9 is getting some sort of remake.
That's been a rumor, but not as heavily a remake as 7. It's been a rumor for forever.
I just hope to get away from Chibi.
No, there's been no confirmation of that, and it's been being talked about for like
ages,
4 years. I think actually before 7 remake was even announced, so maybe even longer. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'll come around to fucking Smite 2 like 2 years from now. I'll be like, yeah, it's all right, but. Maybe they add relics back in later when they've discovered. Because like I said, Smite has a serious problem with every new god has to have at least 2 CCs in their kit. Whether it be a slow and a stun, or a stun and a silence, or a silence and a slow, or some kind of fucking new weird CC that they came up with.
Here's Days. Woohoo!
Their fucking whale they just added, his ult, is like, it slows everything down, but it's weird because like, in other slows, if you use the sprint relic, it'll like remove the slow, but so it's not actually a slow that's being applied to you. It's like a
instead of a slow debuff, it's like because it expands time and
because there's another forgetting his name right now. There's a mage, auto attack mage.
It doesn't slow you. It reduces your movement speed, sir.
Well, no, it does everything. It even slows projectiles as they move. Abilities. It's a big zone, I can't say it. Orolon. I should be able to say it because it's Gandalf's original name in fucking the Lord of the Rings too. It's an African god, but it's this huge like yellowish arena he makes. It's just this thing, and him maybe allies too, but when he's in it, everything sped up. His projectiles move faster, and everyone else is slowed down. And projectiles move slow.
Sorry, I remember someone from Mobile Legends that does something like that.
So Baki Kujira does it around a huge circle around him while he moves.
Damn.
And pulses damage in the thing with his autos and stuff. He's a giant floating whale. I made many a Gojira memes.
It sounds lit.
There was another.
I liked Smite.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just so much CC. So you need beads, man. You just need beads. So there's got to be other avenues to get that
into the game still.
Because like predecessor doesn't have it. Like if predecessor heroes were put in. Smite, Gideon would be CC immune in his ult, 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah,
he would be. Fang Mao's would be too because Fang Mao's ult is already in Smite with Achilles, my favorite character in Smite. Howie would be CC immune.
I actually don't even know if he is or not because he goes so high up in the air that no one can uppercut me.
I feel like because
I feel like I'm not CC immune. Because no one is, it seems, in their ult. But man, it's really hard to knock up Howie when he's already all the way up there. Yeah.
Well, because my thing is, right, so in the mid lane, we have that staircase that's way up there. If you're ulting and you're up there, and there's a Narbash right there and just does the kunk to you.
I was just thinking Zinx is actually going to be a nightmare for the game when she's back, because she has, it's a chain CC. It hits something and stuns the next and the next and the next longer and longer. So you could just hit a minion and it would bounce up to Howie and
so it doesn't stun the first target, it stuns second.
It does, but for like a 0.1.
Because there's a character in Smite it's like a crescent moon forward AoE.
Damn.
That the stun lasts longer the more people it hits, but if it hits allies, it buffs them some way. I think it's a heal or something, and they count towards the stun timer.
Damn.
It's the longest stun in Smite if you hit 9 people because you can't hit yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 5-second stun.
Oh my god.
But the chances of you ever hitting all 9 people,
yeah,
it's very slim. But I could be wrong. It could be like 4 seconds. 5 seconds is an eternity in a MOBA.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 1 second feels
I complain about the Xera's cage being too long.
Yeah, it's 6 seconds though. That's forever.
Yeah.
That's forever.
That person died.
So, I don't know. I'm anxious, and I'm the only person that is so. I do not like the idea of a Smite 2, especially because I've heard the stories of the Overwatch 2 debacle.
Yeah, right off the back of that happening.
The same mutual friend, too, likes Overwatch and was saying that Overwatch 2, because he says he plays it a lot. And it's like, I have to take his word for it because I don't play Overwatch 2. He does. And he says that it's a different game or whatever.
I straight up don't even play it anymore, so.
But you did play it for a while, no?
Yeah.
I don't know if they've added new things since, but it's basically like nothing Overwatch 2 did. They couldn't have just done to Overwatch 1.
It's the same game. It is the same game. Like, I agree that, like, the changes they did make are for the better, but it's still the same experience.
The same maps, different maps, but again, you just add a new
If
map
anything,
to the game.
they took away one of the game modes and replaced it with a different game mode. So in some ways, it felt like less to me because I missed that old game mode. It was like 2 capture points. It was a good decision because it's too hard for like the casual environment. But I liked those maps a fuckload.
Though, one of my big things about Overwatch 2, I thought that you had to buy Overwatch 2. I guess Overwatch 2 is free to play. Because if they made you pay for Overwatch 2...
No,
that would be fucking...
I'd be...
Which I'm surprised, because it's fucking Blizzard.
I'd be on the picket line. They lost me when I couldn't just earn some skins.
Because here's my thing, too. Is Smite 2 going to have a second God Pack that you have to buy?
I was wondering that, if your God Pack's still going to be any good around these
Or am
parts.
I going to have to use these Legacy Gems on a God Pack?
Which would be fair.
I'm interested. I just want to log in to see how many gems I get. How many gems did I play in Smite? Please tell me, Smite. How much did I put into this fucking game?
Unintended consequence, people see how much they spent in the game and never want to spend again.
See, because here's a point that somebody actually brought up, too. They might lose players only in the sense that it'll be ripping the Band-Aid off of all the people that are begrudgingly still playing Smite because of how much money they've invested in it. But now you take all of that money value away from them.
Yep.
It might be finally that kick that they got to stop playing.
They go back into the game. The game, as it should, relatively feels the same, and all of that. All of that burden weighing them down.
Because Smite by no means is an inactive game. There's a lot of fucking players.
It wouldn't be making a second game if it was inactive.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have the money. Because Paladins isn't carrying their studio. Smite is.
I don't think Paladins is even going anymore, is it?
Yeah, it is. Paladins is still alive. Lord fucking knows how.
But I don't know. That's my little rant. I do not like the idea of a Smite 2. I like Smite 1 how it is. Thanks.
Absolutely. Consequently, I have a banger episode title I'm going to tell you after this.
Oh, for this episode?
Yeah, for this episode. Don't let me forget.
Smite related?
It's Smite 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, no! That's a good one. Text
Yeah,
that to me
I will.
right now.
But for closing statements, SpyxFamily,
Oh, yes. I did read that.
you better have.
Fucking... The tutor from the old man tutor is fucking the boss.
Yeah. Beasted.
I also love the grizzled cosplay that Anya made. And then went to school the next day, and the teacher asked her what that was. She's like, I drew it in permanent marker.
It won't come off. Like that she got Stella and
Tumultuous Bowl. Of course she did. Because why not?
Can't let her just have the W.
And more insights into the Desmond household.
Also, some of the best page turn comedy faces in the entire manga.
Page turn?
Yeah, them all looking up surprised. Then the big old eyeballs.
Oh,
then the small old eyeballs. Then the big old eyeballs. And then Lloyd. Lloyd's face. I was dying.
That poor man did.
Oh.
But then he congratulates her at the end.
Yes. And then asks her like if she needed classical language in her life before then, which is a interesting Lloyd observation as usual.
It would make sense how she was so easily able to pick up on that one subject, you know what I mean?
Because I love that beforehand it was her best subject at a grade of 63. But then, of course, the most interesting part.
Yes, the brother.
Damien's brother. Creepy, like the rest of them.
Super creepy, blank-minded person. I don't get them. I don't understand. I don't get them. I do not understand.
Is he just autistic? Maybe.
On the spectrum, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like the Damien realizing that even his brother isn't close to his dad.
Yes.
And then another Lloyd face.
Poor Lloyd. No, it was good chapters.
Yeah.
It's good catch up on the forges.
I didn't expect to see his brother.
Neither did I when they called out his name, that page right there. I was like, oh shit.
Oh damn.
Because he has another brother, doesn't he? An older one that's not at the school anymore?
I thought so. Yeah, because he's already an Imperial Scholar, I think it is.
Well, I mean, so is that guy.
Yeah, true.
You get, what, 5 or 7 Imperial bolts,
Yeah.
Stella Stars in year 1? He just got a Stella Star
He's got
for
6.
all of his fucking subjects.
So creepy.
Yes.
Damien, don't get the Desmond eyes.
Please, stay innocent.
Stay normal.
We need the Anya route to be true.
I forgot it's been 2 weeks. Well,
Hey, we have
6
6 days. But I think that's a good place to end it right
I
there.
think that's everything. But that's Smite, folks.
I've griped enough about Smite too. But yeah, this is Dukes of Weedom.
Kagurabachi!
Dukes of Weedom!
The Kagurabachi Podcast!
46.
46.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye-bye.